All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is going to happen. By golly, this is going to happen. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Look at that. We got some people filing in already. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Bday Bash stream. It's a live Bday celebration. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. We've got some balloons and some fancy confetti going on here. Allie, you were the fourth person in here. Happy birthday, Jennifer Harrison says, to the amazing Candy Thunder. She says thank you. Lisa, hello. Myra, good to see you in here. Frankie J's mama is in the house here as well. Mabel loves, hello all. Crash Cart Ronnie says happy birthday, Candy. I don't think she's had a chance yet to check her email, by the way, Ronnie. Hey, Shanks, good to see you here. Alligator, Allie, two separate people. Quacka 1992, happy anniversary and happy birthday. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Kayla saying happy birthday, Candy Thunder. Thank you so much. Jess the artist is here early. Heck yes. Hippie Reiki Master. Hello. Channelversary, good to see you here. Kit says happy birthday, Candy Thunder as well. Candy Thunder in the house here. Lots of HPD messages for Candy Thunder up in the house here. Hey, guess who else is here today? Ava Thunder is here as well today. She's here. She is here. Angela, thank you so much for popping in and telling us. We greatly appreciate that. It's good to see you here. Thank you so much. Okay, Crash Cart Ronnie, she did see it. Yeah, just now. It's been a little bit of a crazy day for her. A wee bit of a crazy day. Good to see everybody showing up in here today. Whoop, I hit the wrong button. Happy anniversary, Thundernauts. Piotr. Heck yes, happy anniversary to you all. Happy anniversary. Made it to member level 17, maybe? Heck yes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Mercy, yes, we just started. We're just now getting rocking and rolling. Sergeant Mac, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. Candy Thunder, all the B-Day love today. All the love. All of it. Here for the start, Kelly Rose Holmes. Yes, heck yes. We're going to wait a couple minutes and let everybody get piled up in here. QOD today, what is your favorite Dusty moment? Do you remember one? Is there one that sticks out? Do you remember? What kind of cake did she get? Actually, AK Mary sent a cake to her. Monica with us for month 2. Heck yes. And we do have a goal of 3K bolts today to get Candy Thunder on screen here. And we are going to sing happy birthday to her when she comes on. And AK Mary sent a cake to her. It is a salted caramel vanilla cake. And we have it queued up and ready here. We got candles in it. We're gonna have her blow out candles and sing happy birthday to her when Candy Thunder pops on here. And that is a goal of 3,000 lightning bolts. We're at 692 already here, already rocking and rolling. Samantha, Kara's, Silver, Frankie J's Mama, Allie, Nerdy, Rebecca, Piotr, Goober. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Monica. With us for month 2 with the Storm. Heck yes. Jennifer A. Flower, Mary Happy Dragons, Piotr Gen X Brat, Knockout Design Shop, Jess the Artist, Silver, Janine. Great to see you guys here. Thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Candy Thunder. How's it going? Well, I can't do much about that right now. The confetti's too much, she said. Hey, this is the light version of the confetti. Just wait. There's more. But wait, there's more. The first cake night, Jill. Shark Hat, Angel, that's still your favorite. Chelsea, the first time we brought out the Astronaut helmet, that was pretty good too. That was pretty. It's so real. It's too real. It's too real. Okay, you know what? We're getting ready to hit this lightning goal goal. I don't know where my head is at. I don't know where my head is at. Let me get an intro out of the way here so we can celebrate with Candy Thunder whenever we hit that goal, which is going to happen here momentarily. Hey, coming up, we have stories about best friend drama, brozos, coworker drama, epic cake stories, special anniversary and B-Day stories, and my first ever AITA story could be unlocked for a reread as we celebrate the 1-year Channelversary. So stick around because the B-Day Bash Live starts now. We're rocking and rolling. Hey, we achieved the bolt goal already. Bolt goal. Yep, we are there. We celebrated already. Okay, let me get some thanks going here real quick, and then we'll bring Candy Thunder on and sing some HBD to her. All right, let me get the first round of Bday thanks going on here. Check this out. We got our lights in the background change as we change scenes. We're stepping it up here, folks. Jenny Sue, Sergeant Mac, AK Mary. By the way, thank you so much for sending the cake. It looks amazing. We're going to bring it out here momentarily. Pam K, Sally Maisky, Jess Corner Crafts, Mary Happy Dragons, TLS Journey, Tamara, Monica. We've got Dylan Sprague, Jen here, Chesh, Cruel Intentions, Little Princess. We've got Fane, Keebler Cookies, Sir Gotham Knight, and Devor, Zool, T-Hef, Beth B. We've got Snowman Collector, there you go. We've got Twinkle Saz, Nerdy Awen, Flower Girl, Mama Silver, Caden Thunder, Piotr Fly Girl. We've got Talitha J. Minton. We've got Candy Raver Chef. Ew. Mava Loves. We got Angie Holding, Brenda Bell, Charles Sassy Mom, and Mom 12661. All right, let me get the next goal set up here real quick, and then we will get Candy Thunder out in here. We have, okay, let me get it set up. Confirmed. Okay, how many of these do we have? We've got, okay. Ooh. The next one unlocks something cool. Oh, I screwed it up. No, I didn't. It's good. 1,500 Tiny Dinies is going to unlock me reading the first ever AITA story. Plus, we'll have Ava and Candy Thunder come on here. All right, let's get it back here. Here we go now. Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday girl herself. We have Candy Thunder. It's Candy Thunder! Oh my God, it's a birthday girl, Candy Thunder.
Hi guys. Thank you all so much for the birthday love. I know I can't respond to everyone, but thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much. Seriously, thank you. This is the most happy birthdays I've ever received in my life, and it's freaking amazing. So thank you guys. And Crash Cart Ronnie, thank you. I literally just sat down on my desk and saw that in my email. So
okay, you guys ready?
Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Candy Thunder. Happy birthday to you. Blow them out. Blow them out before all the confetti catches fire.
Hey, AK Mary.
Yes.
Sweet looking cake. We're going to taste it here momentarily. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. All right, we're going to have Dusty read the first story. We're very excited, I think.
That's the next goal.
Well, that's the next goal.
A story?
No.
The next. Oh,
Just a story?
About the first ever.
You got to give the people what they want.
the first ever story.
No, the first story, not the first ever. Just
Not the first
number
story.
one.
Just the first story of today, not the first ever story.
Thank
my
you guys.
That confetti cannon was like on steroids or something.
Oh,
Hey, by the way, I'm rocking the old school shirt, the old school assholery shirt.
Mine's I have to show this, but for all the Leos, I wore the Leo love. So,
Repping the Leo.
yes.
She's repping the Leo love. Let me get the confetti off my keyboard here. Okay, we're going to dive into our first story. We're already rocking on this next goal. You guys are awesome. Sorry if the confetti graphics are too much today, but they are what they are. So we will survive it. We shall survive. We shall overcome. All right. The first story of today is a follower submission, and this one is, oh, crap. You know what we didn't do, Tony? We didn't email OPs. Sorry, OPs. If you hear your story here, go ahead and speak up in chat and just claim the story. We did not. I know there was a lot going on this week. We did not message OPs ahead of time. We dropped the ball on that. So sorry. So if you recognize the story and it's yours, just go ahead and jump in chat and say, I'm the OP Dusty, and we will rock and roll that way. Okay, first story of the day is this one. Am I the astronaut for not inviting my best friend to come with me to events? And again, this is a follower submission. My friend Rachel and I, both 32 female, have been best friends since we were in high school. We have stayed extremely close and we were roommates in college. Even with conflicting schedules, we try to find times to hang out and catch up. And we occasionally have double dates with our boyfriends. A month ago, an actor we love posted on Instagram that they were coming to our town, so immediately bought the ticket to reserve my spot. When the event happened, I posted the picture on Instagram of me with the actor, and Rachel immediately commented on the photo asking why I didn't tell her. I was a little hurt that she decided to do that publicly on social media instead of texting or calling me, but I wasn't sure if she was joking. After all, she also follows that actor on Instagram too, so maybe she was joking that she missed out. I replied back that I was so excited when I saw their post that I didn't think to tell anyone because I was focused on reserving my spot with an LOL at the end of the comment. She didn't respond, so then I thought maybe it wasn't joking after all. This past weekend, my parents were supposed to come visit, and one of our plans was to go see a show that was on tour in my area. However, they called the week before to let me know that they couldn't come due to a medical reason. We were all disappointed, but they told us to find someone else to use the tickets to the show. The tickets were non-refundable, so they didn't care about getting their money back. They just wanted the tickets to go to they just didn't want the tickets to go to waste. As my boyfriend and I thought of who to invite, I immediately thought of my friend Gabe and his girlfriend Sarah. We had been trying to plan a double date for months, and my boyfriend and I were even planning on locking down a date and time with them that week once we looked at our calendars. Gabe and Sarah are also struggling financially, so we thought having these extra tickets was the perfect opportunity. I texted Gabe, and they immediately accepted gratefully. I texted Gabe, and they immediately accepted gratefully. I was thinking for a second, it was like gracefully? Maybe it was graciously. And then I looked back at the word. Nope, words are hard. Sorry. That show came and went, and the four of us had a great time. Gabe posted a picture of the four of us at the show on Instagram, and he thanked us in the caption for offering them the tickets. I didn't notice this until Rachel messaged me asking why I didn't ask her to come to the show when I had the tickets. Gabe is a mutual friend, so she follows him on IG too. I tried to explain the situation of the struggle to do a double date with him and this opportunity coming up, but she said it was strange that once again I didn't think of her when something like this came up. She said it seemed like I didn't want to have to share these experiences with her, and my reasons for excluding her were a little too convenient. For context, Rachel battles with anxiety and self-esteem issues where she's worried that people don't like her and that eventually her close friends and even her boyfriend will get sick of her. This has gotten worse as adults when it gets harder for people to get together with job and family obligations, but her own insecurities make her fear it's more personal than just a struggle all adults face. Knowing this, I tried to stay calm and explain that just because she wasn't the first person that comes to my mind when these things happen didn't mean I was intentionally avoiding her. The conversation stopped after that, but I had a feeling it didn't resolve. Today, I got a text from her boyfriend who said Rachel texted him panicking that her best friend of almost 20 years was finally trying to break ties with her. I explained the situation, and while he seemed to be understanding, he said I could have been more sensitive. I argued that I don't need to check in with her every time I go to an event or hang out with friends, just like she doesn't have to do with me. But he said I could at least take a second to send her posts of these events so she could have a chance to go on her own. I reminded him there are plenty of times these cool things happen where I do send them to her or we even go together. But he said it has been less lately and it has worried her. I can't be too mad that he is trying to be a good boyfriend and support her, but I think he was still being unfair. I really don't think I was in the wrong for not always thinking of her. My boyfriend agrees with me, saying these events were public and she could find them herself if she wanted to. As he was concerned, she was deflecting blame on me because she's feeling FOMO. A couple mutual friends I spoke to also agree with me. However, her boyfriend's conversation sticks in my head since there are very few people she would confide in other than me. So, am I the astronaut? And the original question is, am I the astronaut for not inviting my best friend to come with me to events? I mean, it seems genuine here. Is OP in chat, by the way? Have we seen OP? No, we're not frozen. Tell me we're not frozen. No. Okay. Jess, the artist, it might just be your connection. You might have to back out and just jump back in.
Don't scare me like that. Damn it, not after Monday night. We ain't gonna do that.
Okay, so it seems genuine on OP's part here that it legitimately just didn't work out. Now, I think when you have a friend like this, and there's an idle hands element to this too, right? People who have a habit of looking for problems will always find them. always. But this is an internal thing, and the friend has to at some point address this and start addressing how she feels herself looking for problems and thinking that people are trying to do this. And OP knows, she knows what the issue here. She knows she struggles with social anxiety and depression. She knows that she struggles with this self-esteem issues, not depression. But I mean, you can't put that weight on someone else. You can't. You just can't. It's not fair to OP here to have that weight of this whole situation put on her. And I think that it just makes it difficult. Okay, so Abby says your best friend should be on your mind. It doesn't seem like she is. You could have done it better. The like bar isn't working. Son of a biscuit. All right, let's try this. I got a piece of confetti covering that up. Well, gosh darn it, how did it get closed? Hang on just a second. Let me pop that up, and it should jump back up here. Could also feel what she did, but it wouldn't mean that they hate me or is going to cut me off. The likes aren't. Yeah, I'm going to get it spooled up here. There we go. Now we're rocking. I accidentally closed that program. Oops. Ellen says, this is hard. I understand the feeling that everyone is talking about me and hates me. Yeah. So what was the book, Candy Thunder? The book that addresses the negative thoughts. Yep. Untethered Soul is a book that Candy Thunder actually used to address a similar issue here. And it teaches you to recognize these thoughts that are happening and teaches you to take control of them. And at some point here, OP's friend is going to have to do that. It's going to come to that. Now, I think OP has a decision to make here, and that is, do you want this to be your bestie for life? How much do you value this relationship? And if you value this relationship enough to try to help her through this journey, then do that. Go through that. Now, you know that what she's feeling and what she's saying here is because of her struggles. So you can use this as an opportunity to be like, hey, I didn't mean this in that way at all. I know why you thought that, and I understand that, and I want to help you try to battle this and overcome this. Of course, she could get pissed at you saying that too. So I don't feel like OP did anything wrong here. Now, the second instance with the tickets, I feel like the first instance with the first problem on Instagram with her saying what she said should have planted a seed where she thought of this later on when the second instance came up, and then should have addressed it. That's the one area here where I feel like it could have been done better. Oh, holy crap. You guys hit the tiny goal here already. Let me go ahead and set the next one up. Let me give some thanks real quick, and then we're going to jump back, finish this story up, and then we will unlock this. What did we unlock here? We unlocked reading the first ever story and then having Ava and Candy come up. So hang tight here. Let's give some thanks real quick. Like, you guys are awesome, by the way. Jenny Sue, TLS Journey, Elise Newman, Brianna, Minnesota. We've got Tamara, Sarcasm and Sage, Stephanie, Pam K, Rhiannon Sings, Cruel Intention, Sergeant Mac, Zool, Dana G, not Danag, got it right this time. Peggy Bias Jump, we've got Chesh, LMD10, Sally, Twinkle Saz, Anastasia, Jess Corner Crafts, Quack in 1992, Knockout Designs, Josh Inagami, we've got Piotr, we've got Valerie Shadowcat, Keebler Cookies, Dylan Sprague, DB Cinder, Lil Princess, El Marine, we've got Pataler Dactyl. I had to put the P in there. Pataler Dactyl. Vita's Living Loca, Mama Silver, Jill's Realm, Fly Girl, Tony Spark, TF, Candy Thunder, Turtle Chick, Nerdy AON, Oro T Bird, Lydia Tramp Music, Caden Thunder, Not That Ellen, Mava Loves, and there you go. Thank you guys so much. Let me get the next one set up, and we will rock and roll on this. This one is, let's see if I can find it easily today. Holy cow. 3 for 3, finding them easy so far, Tony Spark. I haven't gotten lost yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Okay. The next one is for 400 donuts, and we'll unlock a cake story and confetti. All right. Say that again. A really good cake story. Did you see the cake transition there too? I have a cake transition set for today. Transition. Words are hard. Words are really hard, especially today. Okay, let's wrap this story up real quick. Before I do that, Renee Blanchard subscribed for the first time and joined the storm. Welcome to the fam. Krista with us for month 2 in the storm. Glad to still have you with us. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so this story, the follower submission, I really don't feel like OP did anything wrong. I feel like they're in the second scenario with the tickets. There was a little more weight put on it, and she probably should have recognized that this situation was going to happen again with the same friend, because it was the same scene, pretty much. It was the same scenario. And yeah, she's going to find out about it because somebody's going to post about it. So if anything, it is a could have done it differently and ASCON 4. Look at that. Our lights even changed for the ASCON levels. It's fancy. It's fancy. It's a 4 to me. I don't think she was an asshole for it, but it is a could have been done differently. Could have been done differently. Okay, so we unlocked that, and I'm going to go ahead and read the first ever story. So the first ever story, for those of you who don't know, and this is our Channelversary. So our first ever post on TikTok was August 17th of 2022. And the story that we're getting ready to read is the first story that we ever did read. I wonder if the feedback part of this is going to be any different now, knowing what we know. Because obviously the first time I sat down to read a story, I had no effing clue what I was doing. And also, I sat down that night and recorded a few stories and then edited them up and sent them to Candy Thunder. And she was like, oh, you included like feedback with it too. And I was like, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. So we rolled with it, and that's what? We're ranked already? You guys, we're ranked already. Yes. Hey, by the way, before I dive into that bonus story, the first ever story, I didn't ever get through my intro notes here.
It all happened so fast.
I did. It happened so fast. So we're going to get through intro notes real quick, and then we'll dive into that first ever Reddit story. Okay, so last week we were in the top 45 in the ranks. What better way to celebrate Candy Thunder's birthday and our Channelversary than to climb the ranks again? Our record is number 16. Can we beat it today? Can we do it? It is up to you guys, and it is completely your choice. So we're going to rock and roll. We do have a ton of cool stories and rewards planned for today. We also have a very special Wheel of Thunder. Oh, hang on. Did I screw it up? Where'd it go? We have a very special Wheel of Thunder today. Here's what's different. So, yes, the top 10 gifters and 2 new subs and 2 existing subs will go on the Wheel of Thunder. But in addition to the sticker packs, we will be giving away a signed ASCON scale poster, and which looks like this. It won't be in a frame, but it'll be a full-size poster here. The signed poster. We have that. We have an original Dusty Thunder shirt and a DFHB shirt. Have you guys watched the DFHB video yet that we posted yesterday? If not, you better go do it. That is an awesome new concept, the Decent Effing Human Beings Club. We have a shirt for that we're going to give away as well, and who knows what else we're going to come up with. Also, Caden Thunder and I filmed a podcast last Friday, and we are in the edit process on that now, so that's going to be coming out soon. Make sure you are subscribed on the YouTube side, or wherever you listen to podcasts to be able to have fun with that. A few quick we hit the cake goal too. I'm just gonna have to bounce back and forth on these intro notes here. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay. You guys hit the cake goal already too. We're gonna have our goals like backed up here. Okay. Let me give some thanks here real quick for the cake story goal. You guys, oh my goodness. TLS Journey, Sergeant Mac, Dana G, Sir Gotham Knight, LMD10, Elise Newman, and M. Bracker. We've got Akita the Cheetah, Peggy Bias Jump. We've got Jenny Sue, Justina Josfadzi. We've got Beth B, Jennifer Dignam. We've got Jenna Tuatha, Pam K, Turtle Chick H2O, Zool, Diana, Dylan Sprague, Mama Silver, Josh Anagami, Twinkle Saz, Piotr, Low Princess, Vita's Living Loca, Angie Holdings, Sally Maisky. We've got T Hef, Not That Ellen, Lydia Trent Music, Fane 86, Chesh, Jen here, Fly Girl, Nerdy Aowen, Maven Loves, Candy Thunder 1, Anastasia Smith, and Cool Side of the Pillow. Thank you guys so much. You are amazing. We are going to get a cake story read for you here after I set up this new one here. Holy cow, Tony Spark, I hope you have some backup goals and stuff ready. This is nuts. Okay. Gotta find it. Found it. 444. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Oh, here comes the helmet. We did. We got it back from NASA. All right, we've got 1K of the Choco Strawberries that are going to unlock a story, an anniversary story, wearing the astronaut helmet plus confetti. So yes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the first ever AITA story. Then we'll bounce back to the notes and try to get a little bit more of those done. Then we'll read the cake story, and then we'll get back to the program here. Holy crap, you guys are on top of it, and you are all... It's happening so fast. Well, heck yes. We're rocking and rolling. Okay, this is the first ever AITA story that I read before the 610,000 followers, before the 14 million likes, before 20K subscribers on YouTube, and before the AskCon scale. This was the story that started it all. Here it is. It is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Telling My Husband He Smells Sooner and Ruining a Friend's Wedding? I remember this one. It was written by Candy Thunder. I'm just kidding. It really wasn't. This week was the wedding of two of my husband's 33 male and my 31 female longtime friends. For some background, recently we've been having some issues. I told him I needed some space, so we agreed he should move back in with his mom temporarily. I wasn't thrilled about this because she tends to baby him, though I had to accept it as he had nowhere else to go and I wanted him out of the house. I wondered what to do about the wedding. We talked about it and decided it would be best for us to go together and for him to move back home afterwards. He didn't have time before the wedding to pack up his things and get ready, so we got ready at his mom's while I got ready at home, and we planned to meet there. When he arrived, I was already chatting with friends. He came over to us immediately, and I noticed this rotten stench on him. He seemed like he'd been dumpster diving. It made my eyes water a little. I noticed our friends noticing, but he was completely oblivious and kept on chatting. I tried to let him know discreetly, but he was not getting the hint at all. We took our seats in the chapel and the service was beautiful. By this point, my nose had pretty much tuned out the smell, but was clearly affecting other people, and I still hadn't had a chance to let him know. After the service, I saw an old girlfriend I hadn't seen in years and wanted to catch up. Apparently, while I was chatting with her, a friend had pulled hubby aside and basically told him he stunk. He got upset and demanded we leave immediately. In the car, we argued, and he told me I was a horrible wife to let him embarrass himself like that in front of friends, and I was probably laughing behind his back. He said that I knew he could be forgetful, and since he was my responsibility as his wife, I should have called him up at his mom's to remind him to shower. Usually he'll come in when I'm in. Okay, there's more to the story, but I feel like we need to do this. Red flags. Also, this one. Brozo. Brozo. I was speechless and said nothing the entire car ride home while he berated me. This morning I checked my phone and we have both been removed from a number of group chats that involved friends that went to the wedding. I heard through some friends that the bride feels we ruined her day. More people were talking about my husband than we thought, and she no longer wants to speak with us. I'm shocked and really hurt by this and have been feeling really guilty all day. I didn't want to embarrass him by letting him know when other people were around, but now I've cost him friends and feel like I handled it all horribly. So, am I the astronaut? Update, thanks for all your comments and advice. I've been really rethinking our relationship over the past few days. Last night, a friend sent this post to my husband and he went off on me again. Seeing him like this hurt, but it was the push I needed to realize that the best thing for me is to leave. I'm moving in with a friend tonight and I'll work it out from then. My husband is out right now, so I'm packing. Thank you guys for helping me realize that this wasn't healthy. Hell no, it's not healthy. Healthy? Hey, everybody, James Allenbaugh is here. Beer Today. Beer Today, one of our podcast guests, popped in to jump on the stream and say hello. Come on over, buddy. Come on over, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Beer Today is here. He popped in for our Bday Bash anniversary stream to say hello. Look at this. Okay.
All right.
So we just finished reading the first ever story that we did August 17th, 2022. It's fine.
A stool.
I'll pop down a little bit. So do you remember this one? It was the one where they went to a wedding and they were having marital issues themselves. So he was staying with his mom, showed up to the wedding, hadn't showered. A lot of people noticed. And he blamed his wife for not calling him ahead of time and reminding him to shower.
Wait, Who needs to be reminded to shower?
This is the point. Yes.
I mean, you shower. You wash
the body. Yes.
Yeah,
And it's not rocket science. Also, if he's old enough to be married, he's 33. 33.
He's a grown-ass man who doesn't know how to shower himself.
I think I stopped needing to be reminded.
Scoot over this way just a scooch. You can stand on
Okay.
that mat right there.
I didn't think there needed to be a reminder after about age 6.
I mean,
Maybe 8,
Teenagers
That's
have to be
different.
yeah, teenage.
because
But-
they just don't care.
Homeboy's 33.
33 years old. How many 33-year-olds? Are there any 33-year-olds in the chat? Can we confirm? Do you need to be reminded? Because we had a conversation.
Yeah. So this whole thing, he was staying with his mom. Allie C just joined the storm. Welcome to the fam. Glad to have you with us.
Oi.
So he was staying with his mom, who babies him. So the problem is that mom babied him. Mom made sure that he knew when to shower ahead of time, but apparently not this time because he was staying with her, and she didn't remind him. So yeah. Hey, also we're ranked top 50. Let's go.
Whoa.
LFG. We just reread the first ever story that we did as one of the celebration things here, and yeah, still feel the same. He's a man child.
Man-child.
And the term brozo didn't exist back then, but brozo is a really good term to classify this guy right here. That's nuts.
Yeah, we got to shower. I don't
You can't blame that on your wife.
can't blame that on anybody.
No.
Hey, Candy Thunder, will you remind me to wipe my ass later? It's your responsibility as my wife.
She does.
Thanks.
Yeah. Called out.
No, the only thing
Ouch.
that she reminds me to do actively is courtesy flush. And that's because she knows she's going to be entering the bathroom at some point. She's like,
I was like, no, as soon as the water goes
yes. She's like,
don't let it linger.
Always curse you, flush.
when I hear a ploop, I better hear a flush immediately afterward. Ploop flush. No, that's not really what happened. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh,
man.
yes.
Greatly appreciate it. Good to see you. Beer Today, everybody. Lots of lightning bolts in chat for Beer Today here. Thank you so much. And you'll also see him in the promo video we did for this Bday bash here, too. Brozo was a compliment for that guy, Pam K. Yeah. Yeah, truth. Absolutely. It is truth. Man-child is 100% accurate for this guy here. 100% accurate. It is wild. Yeah, thank you so much for helping us get there and letting us read that first ever story. Yeah, feel the exact same way about it. And now we have a cake story to read and to pull Ava. Or are you guys jumping in to talk about this one?
I'm getting all the rewards mixed up, Tony, because it's all just colliding together. It's-
Okay. Yeah, so the context here is we're having Ava and Candy Thunder come in to talk about how all this got started and what the beginning of it was like. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder once again, and for the first time today, Ava Thunder. Lightning bolts and chat for these two ladies here, yeah. Hop on up on the black mat there. That'll make sure that you're on frame. Go ahead.
Hey guys.
Where you just ran out.
She said her
immediately?
nose was itchy. Okay, so I think Tony wanted us to talk about when Ava and I first sent Dustin stories, and you guys know that story, but Dusty, sorry. But whenever he sent us his first round of videos that he had done, and you guys should go back and take a look at those because they're so different from the videos that we post now. But he sent us this video, and I was like, oh, you gave feedback, because the ones that I had seen just read the story, and that was it. And so Ava and I were like, oh, yeah, we'll post it and see how it goes. And now the feedback is what I feel like is different and that more people do that too, more that I see. But yeah, it was different, and we did not ask him to do that. So that was all Dusty Thunder. Okay.
You just hold it up. There you go.
Yes, I agree. That's why his are better, Dylan, for sure. He and Dusty's such a good guy, so he gives good feedback and knows what he's talking about. Just put that there. I can't see it anyway.
I'll put it on the shelf back here. So
Okay.
Ava Thunder.
Step up.
What
You can't see it.
what did you think about? It's fine. What were your thoughts whenever we first got this started, and whenever we did posted the first video? What was that like for you?
I don't know. Ava actually helped us find some of the first stories.
I found the second one, but not the
Oh,
first
the second one? Yeah. Ava
Or, I
actually.
don't know if it was the second one. The one about the wedding.
She used to. No, that was the first
No,
story.
not that.
Oh,
one.
okay.
The
different
one about a wedding theme, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wedding theme.
No,
Oh, Game
not-
of
not
Thrones.
required,
Oh, it was the Game of
allowed.
Thrones wedding one.
Yeah.
That was the second story that we did.
I found it.
Um, but yes. So you know that. Yes, Ava is my mini, 100%. But she's the one that introduced us. She's the one that is responsible for all of this. She doesn't get any kickbacks or anything, but she is the one that's responsible. So, all right, cake story time. Let's roll.
All right,
Bye, guys.
ladies, good to see you again. Lots of lightning bolts in chat for Candy Thunder and Ava Thunder here, the originators. They were the ones who finally convinced me to get on camera and do this thing. Mariah, yeah. Also, somebody said that the playlist plays backwards. Which playlist are we talking about? We'll have to get that corrected. I did see that. Hey, also, we're at 670 of 1K for the strawberry goal, which will unlock the Astronaut helmet, anniversary story, and confetti. So we'll rock on that. We'll do our first cake story number 1, right, Tony? Cake story number 1. Is that correct? That's the one I'm diving into now? Okay, it's cake story time, everybody. Here we go. This cake story is a follower submission, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for hitting my girlfriend in the face with her birthday cake? Am I the astronaut for hitting my girlfriend in the face with her birthday cake? I felt what felt like a clump of that, like right here. So there's a lot more pink in that one than there is in most of them too. Maybe they're all just bundled together. My mouse is like, I can't operate on top of confetti. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Let me start with some context. Sorry, I'll start that one over. Let me start with some context. I, male 25, have been dating my girlfriend 24 for about 6 months. For privacy's sake, let's call her Sarah. Sarah is great. She's funny, smart, and really pretty. Last week was her birthday, and my family has been talking about celebrating it for weeks. My family is really big on birthdays. My mom always wants to throw big parties for everyone in the family, and was absolutely thrilled to hear Sarah's birthday is coming up. But my family also has a funny tradition. Scooping a piece of cake up after singing happy birthday and throwing it in the birthday person's face. It's harmless and a fun tradition. My family and I have grown very accustomed to it. After the cake is smashed into their face, everyone just scoops up what they can and digs into the cake. I thought it would be a funny idea to incorporate a bit of surprise into this tradition. I thought it would be fun. Words are hard. I'm sorry. Words are hard already. I thought it would be a funny idea to incorporate a bit of surprise into this tradition for Sarah. My mom and brothers agreed. So my mom baked Sarah her favorite cake, vanilla with chocolate buttercream frosting. Nothing too crazy. Speaking of cake, we need to slice that thing up. Let's go ahead and cut that up. Go for it. Go ahead and start slicing up pieces, Ava Thunder. I mean, it's your mom's cake, so as long as Candy Thunder agrees, we're in good shape there. On the day of the party, Sarah wore a beautiful dress, had her makeup done, and had gotten her hair cut. Everything was going perfectly. And then it came to sing words are really hard. And then it came time to sing Sarah happy birthday. She looked so happy the whole time everyone was singing. My mom told her to close her eyes after we got done so we could bring out a surprise for her. And then I scooped up a giant piece of cake with my hands and shoved it into her face. The whole family burst into laughter, shouting, "Surprise!" and "Welcome to the family!" Sarah seemed taken aback. She didn't react for a moment, then excused herself to use the restroom. This is where I began to worry. Sarah didn't come out for at least 20 minutes. When she finally did, her makeup was running down her face and she looked incredibly upset. When I tried to talk to her, she ignored me. Even my mom tried to comfort her by explaining that it's just a family tradition, and we thought it would be a funny way to welcome her, but she didn't seem to hear any of it. Later, when we got back to my apartment, I should add, she stays here most nights of the week, she erupted into tears and began lashing out at me, saying that I should have told her what was going to happen, that she was embarrassed and spent so much time trying to look pretty, and that it was incredibly cruel. I was confused. This was something my family and I did for everyone. It wasn't embarrassing, but a fun tradition. I tried to sympathize with her, but she just wouldn't hear my side of the story. So I asked her to leave for the night. She could try talking without her attitude the next day. Whoa. So I asked her to leave for the night so we could try talking without her attitude the next day. Okay, that wasn't smart. We'll go ahead and red flag that for you, brozo. It's now been a week, and I haven't heard anything from Sarah. My mom and one of my brothers have also tried to contact her to no avail. Sarah lives with her parents, so I've also tried calling her mom, who has also not answered. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I was too harsh by shoving a cake in her face. To my family, it's just a fun tradition, and it's really harmless. So I don't think I'm in the wrong, but am I the astronaut? Original question was, am I the astronaut for hitting my girlfriend in the face with her birthday cake? Yeah, bro. Let's also give him one of these immediately. You get a Brozo award for that. This is, so I think the pivotal point here is that this is a tradition for your family. Whenever a family member has this done to them, they know it's going to happen ahead of time. The surprise element that you worked into this was the dick move. That's where you became the asshole. Surprise element was, hey, we're not going to tell her ahead of time. We're going to do it without her knowing. And to her, that's where you became the asshole. It's not harmless. You can't say that it's not embarrassing because that's telling someone how to feel. You can't tell someone how to feel. She can't be an asshole for being embarrassed about it. She can't be an asshole for feeling a way about it, which is what happened. You made her feel like shit. And she took a ton of time getting ready, and you basically just said, I don't care. I'm going to shove a cake in your face, and we're all going to have fun with it when we're supposed to be celebrating you, but we're not going to tell you, which is going to make it not fun for you at all. And then, the whole, let's try to talk about this tomorrow without your attitude. Escalated. Really escalated here. Where do we think Brozo belongs here? Is this a terrible human thing to do? Is this an ask on one situation, or this a 2? Definitely shouldn't have done that. We're at least at a 2. Are we at a 1? Are we at a 1? Ranked number 43 and climbing. Let's rock and roll. Hey, we're at 781 of 1K on those straubs. The strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries. We call them straubs to Navy Thunders, so that's where that comes from. Ask on one for doubling down. Callie says, yeah. Candy Thunder is saying, what, 3 and 2? What started 3 and became a 2? Is that what you're saying? He definitely should have told her beforehand. But then, okay, so he might have been like 3-2 seesaw for just that isolated incident, but later on sending her home and saying, we'll try to talk about this tomorrow without your attitude. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that made He's a solid 2, a solid number 2. That takes him to 1.
You don't send somebody home for being
yeah. The whole attitude comment about this made him seesaw between 2 and 1 here. And I don't know. I can't imagine ever doing this to someone because it is such a terrible thing to do. So let's do it. You get the pink lights here, bro. You get the ask on 1.
On her birthday, he tells her to go home.
Yes, on her birthday. And again, I got to run the mics over there so everyone else can hear what you guys are saying because they just think I'm freezing. I am going to do that, though. I just got to find a switch so that you guys can have a button to press to turn it on and actually jump in. We have a plan. We have a plan here. But yes, on her birthday, sending her home and saying that we'll talk about this tomorrow without your attitude. That's where this escalated up to ask on 1. So, Brozo, ask on 1. Not smart, you dumbass. Real quick, Doodles Dragon TLS, Steph Riddle TLS again, Rhiannon Sings Goober. Thank you guys so much. Angie, Jennifer, Candy Thunder again. There you are. Lady Hart, Charlotte Arnold, Tristan, Tony Spark. Thank you guys so much. I wanted to make sure we didn't miss any Storm members that popped up in here. I may need some help keeping track of that. Friendly Neighborhood Tim, Jennifer, thank you guys so much. Yvette, you as well. All right, we are bouncing back to story number 2. Is that right? Am I going in the right direction here? Okay. My goodness. Yes, we are caught up for a second, which means
We're up to number 40.
up to number 40 in the ranks. Hey-o. Hey-o. Just as a reminder, we do have Wheel of Thunder. We do have Wheel of Thunder going today, and what's different is that we're not just doing the sticker pack. If you are in the U.S., we are actually doing a sticker pack. We are doing a signed Ascon scale poster, which I have a sample of sitting back here. It's a 24 by 36 big ass poster. We have one of those. We're going to do a DFHB shirt and then an original Dusty Thunder shirt as well. So that's just what we figured out so far. Who knows what else we'll come out with. And Caden Thunder and I filmed a podcast last Friday that is going to come out soon, probably not this coming Sunday, but the one after. And a few fun facts about what we've accomplished in our first year here. We've grown to over 610K followers on TikToks. We've posted 415 videos to TikTok and even more on YouTube. We have over 14 million likes. We have 20K subscribers on the YouTube side. We've grown much slower there, but at a steady pace, and 2 million views over there and 270,000 watch hours. Across all the platforms combined, we have over 630,000 followers. We can't thank you guys enough for all the support you've given us over the last year. You guys made this happen. We hope everyone has a great time today in the stream, and we're super excited. Thank you guys so much. And Ava Thunder is excited. She's so excited she's knocking stuff over and making all kinds of noise over there. Oh, she dropped her phone. That's no bueno. You guys are awesome. It's just, you know how much we love you. All right. Second story today is another follower submission, and this one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Going to an NFL Game Instead of a Trip with Wife? Eek. I, 26 male, have been discussing with a couple buddies for a few days, and we decided we would all go to an NFL game. My little brother and his friends were going to come along. It was going to be one of the best guys' nights we have ever had. I was paying for my brother and two of my friends and thought about bringing my 2-year-old son, but changed my mind about it because he was too young. My wife comes and surprises me with 2 plane tickets to France where we would be spending 1 to 2 weeks. Not sure exactly how long the trip would be. Might have even been like 3 days. One of those days was the day of the game. I told her I was going to an NFL game and could not make it. She told me to choose between her and my friends. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. I chose the obvious choice and went with my friends. Why? That's the obvious choice? Oh my God. That was the obvious choice. We have a problem here. She started crying on the spot. I was getting pretty annoyed. Wait, he didn't even hesitate. She told him she's like, choose between me or your friends. Obvious, choose my friends. I told her to stop acting so entitled and that we could go another time. She said she cannot cancel the flight, so we had to go. I have been watching football ever since I was young. I used to dream about being a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. My family lived in Denver at the time. We moved later on. This was my chance to finally watch an NFL game from the stands and not see it through the pixels of television. And I told my wife about the trip before she even booked. Fast forward to the day of the game. I returned home late because we all had a party after the game. My wife put our kids to sleep and she was waiting in bed. I could tell by the look on her face that she had been crying. I gave her a hug to comfort her. That should do it. Neither of us said a word and we went to bed. The next morning, she doesn't make me breakfast or talk to me until dinner. She asked me if I loved her at all and tried to emotionally abuse me. Wait, what? You're saying your wife tried to emotionally abuse you? Okay. Oh, okay. I told her to stop acting like this in front of our kids. Stop acting like a disgruntled pelican. She told me she does not want our kids to grow up and disregard their spouses. I told her it was bad timing and she told me I should have canceled. We do not speak of it now, and she will not bring it up. And she will not bring it up either unless we have a disagreement. My mother-in-law said I should have married football if I was going to be acting like this. My friends have been defending me from my in-laws and her side of the family who are all arguing that she spent so much time and effort and thought and consideration on the trip, said that I should have canceled. I blocked their numbers, but my in-laws all hate me. Am I the asshole? Yeah. Yep. Definitely are the asshole. You chose poorly here. And yes, even though she might have known about your tentative plans ahead of time, here's the deal. If she knew the exact date you were going and she went ahead and booked this trip instead to force you to make a decision, that's a different conversation. But judging from how you treat her, I don't think that was the case here. And you made the wrong choice at every damn turn. Saying that the obvious choice was to go with your friends, brozo move. Not a great idea. Unless you plan on living with your friends for the rest of your life and not with your wife, because that's the direction you're taking this thing, man. It's your first ever NFL game. I get it. It's a big deal. However, if your wife plans a trip to France, you need to go to the trip to France. Guess what? NFL games happen every week, every year. Not all year long, obviously, but there are plenty of NFL games that you can go to. Yes, you had scheduled this one. You got to move it, man. You got to move it. If this was all a big play to force you to choose, yes, different scenario, but it doesn't sound like that was the deal here. It doesn't sound like that was the deal. The way that you're treating her throughout this screams to me that you're just a brozo, man. Like and she feels completely disregarded and unappreciated, and nothing in here tells me that she's wrong. Nothing at all. It might be in Everyone Sucks here if she planned this to force you to change or to choose. That might be the case. I don't perceive it that way. I think this is just you making poor decisions. Holy crap, we hit that goal. Excellent. He is the a-hole. Let's go ahead and assign him a classification here. Where does he land on the scale here? Definitely a 2. The obvious choice is the friends instead of the wife. That's where I feel like he just threw caution to the wind and went scorched earth and chose Ascon 1 here. I feel like you chose it by saying it's an obvious choice. Like how little you made her in that moment intentionally. Send you right here for me. You knew what you were doing. You knew exactly what you were doing, man. Ascon 1. You have chosen poorly. Chosen very poorly. All right, we're going to give some thanks real quick and get our next thing set up here. Sir Gotham Knight, TLS Journey, Jenny Sue, Elise Newman, AK Mary. Thank you again for sending that cake. We're getting ready to have a taste here. They're slicing it up and plating it up as we speak. Elise Newman, Ann Embracker, Henrietta Nilsine. Oh, beer today, delivering the cake over to me here. Yes. Rhiannon sings Pam K, Candy Thunder, Jax Wallow. We've got Gabby, Valencia, Mungao, Tony Spark, Twinkle Saz, Stephanie Woodard. We got Anastasia Smith, Justina Josfadzi, Lord M. Knight, Diana Overkill, Mill, Fly on a Wall, Sergeant Max, Cerulean Queen, Dylan Sprague, Josh Anagami, A. Christy 97, Beth B, Dana G, Karina B. Martins, Little Princess, Fly Girl, T-Hef, Turtle Chick, H2O, Mama Silver, Tamara. We've got Alina Cameron, Jenna Tuatha, DB Sender, Chesh, Lacey Lex, Vita's Living Loca, Smush Kitty, Doodles Dragon, Piotr, Lydia Trap Music, and Angie Holding. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Let's get the next one set up. And that one unlocks the Astronaut helmet, the anniversary story, and confetti. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, this next one is going to unlock confetti cannon and a Bday story. How many of them do we need? We need... Okay, this is a different one. We've got the marvelous confetti. 75 of those will unlock the confetti cannon and birthday story. This one that we just did unlocks the Astronaut helmet, anniversary story, and confetti. So I got to pull up this anniversary story here. Okay, and ranked number 34. Let's go. What was our record?
The highest we've ever been is 16.
16 was the highest we've ever been. We got to do this. Okay, but before that, here it is. Candy Thunder's birthday cake from AK Mary. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. Oh damn. Oh damn. That's good. It's really good. Have you not tried it yet, Mama? Do what?
I think if you change the gold to regular confetti.
Is the goal not showing up there?
No.
No.
People are giving confetti.
Oh, okay. No, we got one of 75. The confetti cannon. It's the marvelous confetti, which is a little bit different.
But people are sending in a whole bunch of regular ones.
Okay, you want me to change it to the regular confetti?
Yeah. I'll stop for a second.
Okay. All right. Hang on for just a second. Hang on. Time out on the gifting. We gotta get this set to the correct one here. Where is this one? I've got to find it. Hold on. Hold on before you send the normal confetti. Okay. It was a different confetti. Do we want to leave those at 75 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lower to 65. People are saying-
Oh yeah, some people have already sent some through. So before we dive into that, the people who have sent any kind of confetti through, TLS, thank you so much. Piotr, Steph Rose, Angel, Jacqueline, Angel, again, Gen X Brat, Jennifer, Dylan Sprague, thank you guys so much. Jennifer, Doodles Dragon, Julia, Mabel Loves, Jenna Tawatha, Twinkle Saz, Mary, thank you, and again, thank you for the cake. It's amazing. Hunter Girl, Draco, thank you guys so much for sending that through. We now have it fixed, so it's the normal confetti now. So now we're rocking and roll. Candy loves the cake. Yes, she said with a full mouth, "It's so good." It is really, really good. It's very, very good. Okay, we're to the anniversary story now. Is this? Oh yeah, this is the Astronaut helmet. Here it comes, guys. We have gotten this back from the Smithsonian. I think they actually. Did they screw up our helmet? Did the Smithsonian screw it up? Gosh darn it. Okay. Prepare for launch here. Here we go. All right. Wait. We achieved the confetti one already? Oh, okay. We achieved the confetti one already. Let me I'm going to read the thanks here while I have this thing on just to make it even better. This is great. Lord Midnight, TLS, Journey Hunter Girl, Josh Inagami, Rhiannon Sings, Pam K, Cerulean Quaid, T. Hef, Henrietta. We got Dylan Sprague, Meadowwood River, Sergeant Mac, Jenna Tawatha, Tammy Lee, Jex Willow, DB Sender, Sarah Hayward, Fly Girl, Lacey Lex, Pirate Pups, and Not That Ellen. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Now we have the next one to do. Let me get this set up. Yeah, we're stacking up the goals again. We're stacking them up. That little confetti is so anticlimactic. It does. Oh, now my cake is covered in confetti. This is a sad day. I don't know that I've ever done Moira while wearing the Astronaut helmet. This is a new thing for me. This is a two thing. Okay. There is a lot going on. Okay, so let me find the new goal here. We aren't going to have this much confetti on screen all the time, guys. Not all the time. It's just today. Tony, did you confirm that this thing actually exists on here? Oh, I found it. Yep. I was like, oh no, we were... Oh, wait. What have I done? What have I done? I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Okay. Can't see. Cake Story and Caden Thunder will be coming up after we hit this next one, and it is for 50 of the full birthday cakes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. There's so much confetti laying around. Luckily, I'm protected from it because I have my Astronaut helmet on, so we're good. We're good. Okay, we got to read the anniversary story, and then we'll have the confetti cannon and birthday story coming up. Or we already did the cannon. We'll have the birthday story coming up. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to get shot at just over and over again. Okay. Anniversary reward story. Here we go. Anniversary story. This is a follower submission, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Purposely Letting My Husband Forget Our Anniversary? Like, oh no, Scoob. Like, I don't like where this is going. I, 36 female, have been married to my husband, 38 male, for 8 years. Our 8th anniversary just passed. My husband has never been great at remembering our anniversary date or even how long we've been married. Once around our 5th anniversary, he told someone it was our 2nd. It doesn't really bother me as I understand that he is busy. I have never held it against him. In the past, I have mentioned that it is coming up or asked if he wanted a specific gift, something to give him a little heads up. But this year leading up to our anniversary, I wanted to see if he would remember without my help. I got him a nice new golf driver that he's been eyeing and kept it at my office so he would not see it, and then kept my mouth shut until the day came. The night before our anniversary, I brought his gift home with me and left it in my car until morning. In the morning, I waited. I waited to see if he'd say anything. He did not. So right before we both left for work, I brought his gift in and told him happy anniversary. At first, he looked confused, and then he looked embarrassed. But then he got angry. He said he was sorry that he forgot and he didn't get me anything, but that it was my own fault for not reminding him. Oh, bro, that's when you went wrong right there. You went wrong right there. He said that I should know that he doesn't remember dates well and that it was mean of me to make him feel bad by purposefully letting him forget and get me nothing, and while I had gotten him such a good gift. He said he knew that I would use this now and hold it over his head forever, which is silly because I never have and never do. I never intended to make him feel bad. I just wanted to test him to see if he would remember. And I really wasn't mad at all that he forgot because I completely expected him to forget. Is it really my job to remind him? And am I the astronaut for purposely not reminding him? What do we think?
Hey, we're ranked top 20.
Ranked what?
We're ranked 20th right now.
20th? Rank number 20. Hey, we're going to beat it. We're going to beat our record here. We're going to do it. Astronaut had to go back to the back to its vacuum sealed humidity controlled case. So, yes. Okay. So the question here is, am I the astronaut for purposely letting my husband forget our anniversary? So she tested him to see if he would remember it, but she expected him to not remember it.
That poor cake. Protect the cake.
I've gotta get all the confetti off the cake here. I'll just start eating confetti. I guess I need to eat it faster if I'm going to protect it. If I protect the cake. It's so good. Gen X Brat says, ask on 3, she set him up for failure. Let's look at this here for a second. She was testing him, and yes, my first reaction to this was yeah, I mean, you tested him. When you test someone, it's a come what may scenario. When you test someone, you come what may. You expected him to fail. This is the kicker, though. She wasn't going to hold it against him. She wasn't mad at him forgetting. She expected him to forget. In his position here, even though he forgot, the gut reaction of just blaming her for it was where he chose to be the bigger asshole in the scenario. She was a little bit of an asshole for testing him. It's not cool to test your spouse. Because again, come what may. But he chose to be the asshole by being like, oh, it's your fault. It's your fault for not telling me and for making me look bad. Now that sucks. He chose right there instead of saying, I'll have your gift later today, and then scrambled and did whatever he needed to do to secure one and to make it happen. He didn't have to project it back onto her. He didn't have to deflect. It was his fault. If he had just owned it and been like, man, I'm sorry. You know I suck at this. I dropped the ball. I am going to get you something today. And tonight we'll go out to dinner and I'll make this right. We hit the cake goal. You guys are just killing it today. You guys are killing it. You guys are absolutely killing it. Let's go through that real quick and then we'll jump back to this story. This edit is going to be fun. Caden and Miles. This will be a lot of bouncing back and forth here. Okay, I'll do the lighter confetti mix here so we can make it not as crazy. TLS Journey, Ann Bracker, Fane86, Stephanie Woodard, Candy Thunder, Steph Rose, Josh Anagami, Zool, Hunter Girl, Henrietta Nilsine. We got Ruby Redhead, Maven Love, Sergeant Mac, Jenna Tawatha. We got Jack Swilo, Dylan Sprague, Pam K, Little Princess Diana, Christy Rebecca, Annette Madron. Sorry, I was reading this Ann. Yeah, you know, TF90. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Let me get the next one set up real quick. Oh, here we go. Here we go now. That's right. Here we go. Here we go now. You guys will like this one. If I could spell his name right. Finally get your chance to pull Tony Spark on camera here with this one. You're going to get Tony Spark. Let me get the QOD out of there. You're going to get Tony Spark with 3K lightning bolts here. 3K. Okay, let me jump back to this story real quick and we'll go ahead and finish this one up. Okay, let's bring the scale back up because yes, this is technically an Everyone Sucks here, but there are some varying levels. Let's go ahead and get our Everyone Sucks here out of the way. That cake transition, by the way. That doesn't sound very enthusiastic, Tony Spark.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
But at least you clapped.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine, he said. It's fine.
You added our wedding date before we had even gotten married as a recurring event on your calendar.
Yeah, okay. Again, I got to run the mics over there. But what Candy Thunder said in relation to this story is I had added our wedding date as a recurring event to my calendar before we even got married. And that's because I know that without help from a calendar, I am not going to remember things. Like I'm scrambling day to day. But that's why I put a system in place so I could remember it. I am calendar driven. And now if there's a date that I know I need to remember, I'm going to put it in the calendar as a recurring event. And I'm going to customly set a reminder for whatever amount of lead time that I need. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so it isn't everyone sucks here, but at what levels do they suck? Daniela, hello in the UK. He's an adult. He shouldn't be reminded. Agreed. Putting that on her is garbage. Friendly neighborhood, Tim. I do agree. Jocelyn says NTA not her responsibility. That's not her responsibility, and that's not what she's the asshole for. She chose to be a little bit of the asshole by testing him, but I think even that puts her at like a 4. When you test your spouse, it's a come what may scenario. I don't think it's cool to test your spouse, especially when it goes the way you think it's going to go and it creates conflict. Like if you knew it was going to create conflict, then why would you do it? So where's he at here? He's obviously the bigger asshole because he chose to be the bigger asshole and chose to not take on responsibility for this, chose to not own it. And instead of doing what he should have done and just owned it, but then been like, I will make this right. Give me today. Tonight, we'll have a fancy dinner and I will make this right. He chose to blame her for it. So while it might not be an evil human being thing, it's definitely 2. Is it worse than 2? Kristen Museum Girl. That's your name. What? Hey, Tony. Hey.
Rewards here.
You better start adding some more.
All right.
You got to add something crazy now. Okay. We're going to go ahead and officially make him a 2 here. He chose to be a two-stage bigger asshole here by responding the way he responded, by not taking responsibility for it. It was also this. It was a brozo move by doing that. Like, why? Why would you do that? You're a grown-ass man. If you know you can't remember things, put a solution in place so that you can remember. Do not put that pressure on someone else. Don't. You're a grown-ass man. Figure it out. Use a calendar. Use a recurring event. Use reminders. Those things do exist. You have to do them. Putting that on someone else is garbage. Yes, Amanda, I was thinking that. It's just like Stanky Hubby. Like a lot of this Stanky Hubby, by the way. It's a great title for that story. It's the same kind of thing. Refusing to accept responsibility, being a man-child, and not owning it. It's like, you figure it out, man. You're a grown-ass man. Figure that shit out. All right, we're going to give some more things here real quick. You guys ready? All right. Sir Gotham Knight, Elise Newman, Steph Rose, TLS Journey, Hunter Girl, Rhiannon Sings, Mary Happy Dragon, Zool, Rachel Gould, Buck Slater, BG, Series 79, Iceland, Mama Silver. What happened right then? Something happened. I hit a button or something. Ranked at number 16. Awesome. My confetti and music and stuff just went away. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but we're going to go ahead and read it through anyway. Mama Silver, Cerulean Queen, Just Lines, Henrietta Nilsine, Doodles Dragon, Jenna Tuatha, Jess Cornercrafts, Turtle Chick, Olena, we've got Jack Swilo, Lacey Lex, G. Ivy, Chesh, Twinkle Says, T. Hef, Karina B. Martins, Nicole Birch, Justina Josfadzi, Candy Thunder, Mava Loves, Piotr, Caden Thunder, Chelsea Stevens, Not That Ellen, Steph Riddle, Fly Girl, Tripletly Blessed, wow, tripletly. Yes Ma'am, Rosemary Ann, and Bearded A. Heck yes. Thank you guys so much. We'll get the next one set up here. Oh my goodness. You better add some onto that list, Tony Spark.
Hey, also, we're number 16.
Ranked at number 16. Is that's tied with our best ever?
Yep. It's tied with our best ever. We are one position away from beating our goal. Normally like halfway through the live.
Yeah, that's right. We're at the halfway point in the live, and we're already tied with our best ranking ever. I love it. I loves it. Okay. Whoop. That was too many of those. Okay. This next one is going to unlock a cake story and confetti, and it is 500 donuts. 500 donuts. My music stopped working. I don't know what's going on. So we'll rock this out. We'll make it work. Okay, where are we at on our
Birthday story.
we're at the birthday story. Okay, birthday reward story. That's where we're at. Okay, and that was confetti cannon birthday story. Okay. And then after that, we've got to do the cake story and get Cade and Thunder on. Number 15, we broke our all-time record. Look at you guys go. Heck yes. And we're at 68% of our likes goal right now. We are at 70 already of 500 on those donuts. Goober with us for month 2 as a part of the storm. Heck yes. Glad to have you with us. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else on there. Scroll. Okay, I don't see any. If you guys see a message about a new member joining the storm, will you flag me down on it or write it down so I don't miss it? I'm afraid I'm going to. Okay, we have our birthday reward story for you here. This is another follower submission, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Setting Up My Boyfriend's Ex to Be Arrested? Ooh, and this is a birthday story?
Yeah.
My boyfriend just celebrated the big 4-0. For his birthday, I arranged for all of his closest college buddies, several of which live in different states, to fly in for a fun-filled weekend in the city. It wasn't a surprise, but I handled everything from booking flights to making reservations so that all they had to do was show up. We kicked off the festivities on Friday night with dinner at a really nice steakhouse with lots of drinks and loud conversation, as many of the guys hadn't seen each other in several years. After dinner, we headed to a bar and brewery down the street where we planned to stay for the remainder of the night. Everything was going according to plan. About an hour into our time at the bar, all of us were pretty crunk. We had claimed a few bar stools at the bar, and the rest of us were standing around chatting and laughing and reliving the old days when our conversation was interrupted by some drunk woman yelling loudly. We all just kind of paused mid-conversation and started looking around for the source of the commotion. The bar was loud in general, so it took a few moments for us to narrow it down. It was coming from across the room, and it was a very drunk woman standing on a chair yelling and pointing at what seemed to be me. At first, I was in disbelief because I had been minding my own business and there was no reason for her to yell at me, but then I realized that I knew her. It was the woman that my husband had dated before me. Yes, 20 years ago in college. And she was indeed yelling at me. She was standing on her chair, pointing at me and yelling about how I stole her man and her life from all of those years ago. She was batshit crazy. She was batshit crazy then and apparently is still batshit crazy now. My husband's birthday weekend had started off so great and we had so much more to do. I did not want to see it ruined by the psycho from the past, nor did I want to make my husband feel like he had to sober up and deal with this drama mama. So I took matters into my own hands. Luckily, the bar employees did ask her to stop yelling, but they would not ask her to leave since she had not actually broken the law. I, however, have connections with some law enforcement officials and a history with this woman. I called my connections and told them the situation so they could make their way to our side of town and be ready. Then I excused myself to use the ladies' room. I walked right past his ex's table and muttered a few choice words as I did. Just as I expected, she followed me to the ladies' room where she proceeded to make a scene. I won't say exactly what I said, but let's just say I know how to set her off, and I did. I said the things, she took a swing, a pretty sloppy swing if I must say, and I had witnesses. The police were called and they arrived quickly. I can't imagine how. She was arrested and the rest of our night went off without a hitch. I don't feel bad for taking advantage of my connections, I dropped the charges the next day, or for using tactics that I knew would set her off. And I certainly don't feel bad for saving my husband's birthday weekend from certain disaster. Should I? Am I the astronaut? Ooh, this spicy. This is spicy. Did you hear it? Uh-huh. Okay, what do you think? NTA? Yeah. Mama Thunder says NTA. It is spicy. She's a genius. I agree. Hey, it's me, Mindy. Hate the play and not the game, Sergeant Max says. Yeah, well, here's the deal, too. I mean, we get into, like, legality territory here, but all she did was say something. She may have instigated, but she has freedom of speech. She can say whatever she wants, right? She wasn't making a threat. She wasn't doing anything like that. The person who made the decision to break the law and become physical was batshit crazy drunk ex. And this comes from a very noble place. So while it might have been, this is probably one of those justified asshole kind of things, but we're going to go ahead and make it this. Where are all my graphics? All of my stuff has just gone away. I don't know what's happening. I can't do NTA. It's not making anything happen here. It says it is. It's just not. NTA. My graphics have gone away. I don't know what's going on.
It just gave up on me. I don't know what happened.
That's what happens when you get sloppy, Chelsea Stevens says. NTA or 4. Yeah, it's the anniversary bug. We had to have some kind of tech bug infect us. The gremlins weren't done with us yet. They got to give one last jab in there. Maybe my computer was like, dude, that's too much confetti. It's like, I'm just going to shut all your graphics down. We'll just shut it down like that. Hey, at least you won't have to deal with too much confetti going on here. NTA, and way to protect your man. Hell, that's awesome. Okay, Tony Spark, what are we on next?
Okay.
I'm lost.
That was the birthday story.
That was the birthday story. So we've got the cake story now, and Caden Thunder. So I'll read the story, and then Caden Thunder will come on, and we'll give our thoughts on this together. So Caden Thunder, make sure you listen to the story. Thumbs up, he says. Okay, let's rock and roll. This is another ranked number 12. Hey, smashing records today. Smashing records for the 1 year, the Channelversary.
And we just hit next goal.
Okay, before I get into the cake story again, so luckily for you guys, even though I'm hitting everything to do the music and the scenes, none of it's happening now. So we're just gonna go back to face mode here, and well, some of it's happening. It's just not my. I don't know what's happening. It's probably all this confetti is like jammed in there somewhere and making everything not work. Can I take the heat? Love Me 115, DB Sender, Steph Rose, German Goddess, Esther Aguilera. We got Hunter Girl, Elise Newman, Betts Lou, T Hef, Justina Josfady, the Bubs Master, Buck Slater, BG, A Christie 97, Laced Doubt, Angela Curry, Jenna Tuatha, Tinker Truck, Pam K, Just Lines, Doodle Dragon, Dylan Sprague, Ruby Redhead, Sally Barter, Flower Girl, Lacey Lax, Mama Silver, Twinkle Saz, Mava Loves, Kristen Museum Girl, Keebler Cookies, Fly Girl 03, Fly Girl 603, sorry, Fluffy Dog 806, Wolf Rat 94, Not That Ellen, Olena Krevchenko. We've got Rachel Gould, Snowman Collector, Bo Blaze, Cool Side of the Pillow, and Nicole Birch. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. We're going to get the next one set up here. Oh, okay, look at that. You're staying one step ahead here. Staying one step ahead. Yep. All the words are hard today. All of them. Okay. This one is going to unlock a reward story, and Candy Thunder's going to jump on and help give feedback for it. That's our next one up. It's for the hand hearts. We've got hand hearts set as the goal now. Okay, so now we're going to read the cake story. And then Caden Thunder is going to come on and help give feedback for this. So let's dive in. This is a follower submitted cake story. It is, am I the astronaut for wanting my BFF's wedding shower to be perfect? I, 25 female, have 2 best friends. The 3 of us have been friends since middle school. Recently, the first of us got married. She chose our other friend as her maid of honor, not me, only because they had been friends longer. I was the first bridesmaid and the maid of honor. and the maid of honor and I were to share the maid of honor responsibilities. A bit of backstory, the maid of honor is wonderful. Like I said, we are all best friends, but she has a different taste than the bride and I have. She prefers more simple things, while we like more extravagant and fancy things. For example, she liked the simple, soft pink bridesmaid's dresses, while the bride and I liked the fancier and more expensive, brighter blush ones with more detail and different styles for each bridesmaid. This was the case with most of the wedding details. There were never any issues, though, because ultimately the decision was the bride's, and she chose what she wanted, and we all went on. Now to the issue. The maid of honor and myself were working on the details of the bridal shower. We had already agreed that she would handle the invitations and the food, while I would handle the venue and the decorations, since my taste had most closely matched with the bride's. The thing we had not decided on and could not decide on was the cake. Maid of honor wanted us to bake a cake and some cupcakes. Her thought was that we could save some money by baking it ourselves and then have more money to put toward nicer food. I was all for nicer food, but I did not want to sacrifice the cake. I have a good job and I make good money, so I offered to buy a cake from a fancy little bakery nearby. I don't mind pitching in a bit extra, and I really wanted everything to be perfect for my best friend's bridal shower. But Maid of Honor said that the cake was her responsibility because the food was, and she did not have the money to spend on a bakery cake, but she did not want me to foot the bill myself because it would make her look bad. We argued about this for a long time, and I finally told her to do whatever she wanted to do, but I did not want to spend a whole night baking a cake. I was hoping that she would give in and let me buy a cake if she didn't have my help to bake it, but instead she enlisted other bridesmaids to help her bake a small cake and several cupcakes for the shower. I went ahead and placed an order at the bakery. My thought was that I would order the cake just as a backup. I would wait until her homemade cakes were finished, and if they looked good enough, we would serve them. But if they looked too homemade, then we would have a nice professionally decorated cake to serve the shower guests. On the day of the shower, I was at the venue working on the decorations when the maid of honor brought in her cake. Honestly, it was worse than expected. It was literally just a chocolate cake still in the pan with chocolate icing and white cupcakes with white icing. There was nothing nice about any of it at all. She didn't even bother to decorate them with anything. I didn't want to hurt the maid of honor's feelings, but I felt like our friend deserved so much more than this Betty Crocker cake for her bridal shower. So I told maid of honor that I had purchased a cake and that I would prefer to serve it. Or at least...
We're top 10.
Top 10? What in the world? You guys, top 10. Look at you go. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Okay. So I told maid of honor that I had purchased a cake and that I would prefer to serve it, or at least set it out for display at the shower. I suggested that we keep her cake in the kitchen and pre-cut and plate it for anyone who wanted plain chocolate or plain vanilla. I felt bad as I could see that she was hurt by my wanting to hide her cake, but she conceded. The shower took place and the bride said that everything was beautiful. We got so many compliments on my cake and even some compliments on how tasty maid of honor's cake was. The shower was perfect, but maid of honor basically checked out on her maid of honor responsibilities after that. She all but stopped helping me with the rest of the wedding details. She left nearly everything for both the bachelorette party and the actual wedding day for me to handle. The bride hasn't said anything about it. I really don't know if she's noticed because I just took care of the things and didn't say anything to her about maid of honor's behavior because I don't want to bother her with it. Maid of honor left me with a lot to do, but I did it because I wanted our friend to have the best day. I don't know if maid of honor is mad or just has feelings hurt or what. I asked her, but she just said it doesn't matter. I never meant to hurt her. I just wanted the shower to be perfect for my best friend. Does that make me an asshole? Hey, we're at 93% on our likes here too. 93%. Okay, I need your thoughts on this one. Hey, Jade, you thought that the siren was Casey's fine? No, it was Joplin's finest. Driving right past here. Okay, I'm going to give some thanks real quick for hitting this goal, and then we're going to dive back on this. Can I Take the Heat? TLS Journey, Candy Geyser, Alina Cameron, Rhiannon Sings, Pam K, T Hef, Twinkle Saz, Ruby Redhead, Mava Loves, Kate Kinder, Meadowwood River, Zool, Jenna Tuatha, Tammy Lee, Melody Does... Can't see the rest of it. Melody, Hunter Girl, Cat's the Name, Little Princess. We've got Fly Girl, Gabarino, Ann Bracker, Laura, Gray Eyed Misfit, Nicole Birch, Justina Joes Fadesy. Thank you guys so much for helping us get that one. That one is going to unlock a reward story and candy given feedback. I do not have another one to set up here, Tony. I'm working on it. Well, I have to set it. I have to set up a new one. You gonna do it?
No, listen, y'all, you're doing fantastic and you're amazing and working on it. And I'm almost out of confetti. Got a lot going on. You guys are amazing.
You guys done great. Yeah, Tony was also standing like half in frame.
Sorry.
So there's that. Okay. All right, we got it. That is okay. All right, I'm gonna find this next one, then we're gonna bounce back to that story again. If I can find it. Did we hit the millie? Yeah, heck yes. There it is. Go ahead.
We hit 1 million likes. But I'm almost out of confetti.
He's running out of confetti, so we hit 1 million likes, and he just threw it. Protect the cake, man. Protect the cake. Here we go. Your beer today is getting in the mix now, too. He's throwing. We're recycling confetti here. Hey, we do what we got to do. You know what I mean? We do what we got to do. Okay, this one is going to. Oh, this is risky, Tony Spark.
I know.
For the first time ever, we're doing a viewer's choice reward. Viewer's choice. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm scared.
There has to be an agreement.
Well, you probably should have set those parameters ahead of time. We just opened it up like the Wild Frickin' West here. We have 75 of those paws. Yeah, whatever you call it. Paw hearts. Pawfect is what it's called. Pawfect. Pawfect. Okay, so this was the cake story. Cade and Thunder, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cade and Thunder.
He's jumping up and giving feedback on this story, the story about the maid of honor and wanting the cake to be perfect. You heard that one, right? Step up. Step on up there, boy.
You're gonna wing it if you didn't.
So, what do you think here?
So can we get a quick recap?
You didn't listen to the
I
story?
was very invested in I listened, but then I have like confetti and the confetti.
Is it hard on that side? Is it? Is it?
You just wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand.
Hello.
So the question was, am I the astronaut for wanting my BFF's wedding shower to be perfect?
Right.
So she got a backup cake, the more expensive cake that Maid of Honor didn't want to get because it was expensive. She wanted to make her own. She made her own. It was a basic B of a cake. So OP brought the more expensive cake out here, and that has offended her friend, the Maid of Honor, to the point where she's checked out of all other Maid of Honor responsibilities. There's the recap.
Okay.
So is she the asshole for getting that cake and for having it ready and for what has happened since then with her friend who's the Maid of Honor? Hazel Eyes, you got a point. She did plate it and she got kudos for it.
True. I think perhaps maybe it should have been handled differently, but I don't think that it makes her the asshole.
Okay. Well, remember, per the scale, which I don't think I can bring up right now. I can't because none of my scenes are working. But here, per the scale, it's a good thing we have this because none of our graphics are working. Per the scale, Ascon 4 could have done it differently. Ascon 3 should have done it differently. So it doesn't mean that they're the asshole. If they're Ascon 4 or Ascon 3, they're different levels of it here. So if she should have done it differently, that makes her a 3. If she could have done it differently, that makes her a 4. What do you think? Real life works makes a good point here. Doing something behind someone's back after a conversation is an asshole move.
That's true. Even if she did it out of...
Okay, Doodles Dragon makes a good point here, too. She puts the bride before the other bridesmaid. Isn't that the task, too?
That is also true.
Looking out for the bride's best interest here, but I feel like the transparency here would be important, too, right? After they had that conversation, there was an understanding between the two of them that Maid of Honor would bake this cake and bring it, right? And that was the end of it. If she was going to be transparent and respectful, I think going ahead and saying, like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy that cake just to have it on hand as a backup in case we need it. Cool.
Yeah, they should.
That would have probably eliminated everything.
It's like the cake. The bridesmaids are like the jury of the wedding, and it's like the cake jury, and the jury has to unanimously agree to accept the cake, and she didn't accept the cake.
But that's not really true. Really, the only person's opinion who matters in any of this is the bride.
But I know, but they should have all unanimously. They should be putting the bride's needs before themselves. They're making it about themselves by saying, "Cake this, cake that." You know.
Yeah, I agree.
They should be able to set their personal.
Maid of Honor made it about her instead of about the bride.
Yes.
So Maid of Honor is a little bit of an asshole here too.
Yes.
Where's Maid of Honor? Scales behind you. I think it's an everyone sucks here because
3.
the lack of communication, and although OP here was looking out for the bride's best interest, I think some drama could have been avoided by being transparent about it. Maybe not. Maybe telling her up front would have created just drama earlier on the process rather than later, and then she would have checked out of her responsibilities before the bridal shower even happened, which would have sucked. So who knows? But I think everybody could have done something different. I feel like
everybody could have done something different.
OP's a 4 because that could have been done differently. But I feel like Maid of Honor is a 4 or 3 too because she could have or should have done things. Maid of Honor is a 3 because she should not have put her own ego in front of what's best for the bride.
Facts.
So everyone sucks.
Everyone sucks.
Yeah. What's the reward for the goal? We don't know yet, man. Viewers have to decide. The viewers have to decide. Hey, look at this. Stevie Wonder has showed up to pop on and say hello too. There's our goal. Our goal just walked in.
No, they get to choose.
I know they get to choose.
We need to move.
Oh God, we hit it. Okay. All right. Caden Thunder, everybody. Party hat and all. Look at this. Okay, we're rocking and rolling here. Let me.
I'm coming on you.
Okay. Let me get some thanks here for hitting this goal real quick. Now we need to. You set another one up
We're
yet?
gonna have to pause for a second.
Okay.
I can't do that.
I'm gonna have an in between set up for us. Okay. Can I take the heat? TLS Journey Candy guys are at least new. And Twinkle says Zool, Tammy Lee, Hunter Girl, Pam K, Flower Girl, Laura, King Nelson, K Nelson, T Hef, Steph Rose. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna create just a random in between one here real quick. We are going to do a semi-big one, and this is going to be a viewer's choice as well. Okay, we've got 5K bolts set up as the goal right now, and this is a viewer's choice as well. The one that we just hit, it was a viewer's choice one, but before we do that, we've got to get Tony Spark up here. We've got to get a Tony appearance here. So, Tony, you ready to jump over and get your appearance done here, my man? Tony Spark, you ready? It's your time, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tony Spark. Oh my God, it's Tony Spark. These are here if you want them. If you don't, that's all right too.
You guys are. They want to meet Ted. Well, let me tell you, we need about 7 shots, 12 beers, and maybe some gummies, and we can meet Ted real quick. How is everybody? You guys are crushing this live today, by the way. Like, this is absolutely insane. Like it's wild. I can't even come up with goals and rewards and keep tracking. It's going so fast. You guys are incredible. This is awesome. And we're at, what are we, number 8, right? Are we still number 8? Task it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just staring at it. I'm reading the chat. So what's your guys' favorite story so far that we've read today? Huh? I think you did.
Tony.
Do what? No, it's all good. It's all good. We're very close to number 7. Cool. I don't know if he said. Oh, he did. He did set another one. The bolts goal is going to be over a flash. Yeah, you guys have made all the gift goals go in a flash. It's been crazy. Is everybody having fun on today's live? We wanted to make it a fun one, have some really cool things. Yeah, this is all because you guys wouldn't be here without all of you. So you guys have taken the dusty. Oh, now. He shot with cheap confetti. Hey, we're ranked number 7 now. Straight in the face. I know. Candy's Bday. Apparently it's a pretty big deal. Apparently you're a pretty big deal, Candy. Pretty big deal. Yeah, we're running out of confetti. Man, and we still have a bunch of time left too. With the football, yeah, I agree with that. That was crazy. We should try to get to number 5. How far are we from number 5?
What are we at right now?
We're at number 7.
7?
148. We got another 150,000 to
read
Oh, we got this.
read a story. Maybe that could be your guys. We need to know what you guys want for your viewer's choice one. So
Yeah, we're already halfway there. More than halfway there on the next viewer's choice one too.
okay. Well, I'm gonna hand this back to him because we're behind on our rewards. So we're backed up on stories. So I'm gonna let him read a story, and then maybe one of the gift goals will be me read a story.
What is the story that I need to read?
I think you're on that one. And then you're gonna do that.
Okay, cake story and confetti. Okay, before I do that, we had another previous podcast guest stop by to say hi and to jump on stream and say hi. So we've got Stevie Wonder here. Stevie Wonder, come on up and say hi, man. I know he had a mouthful of cake right then when I just called him up, but ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Wonder, welcome, bro. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks
Greatly
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Yeah, that black man will kind of be a center point for you.
That's the center
here.
point. So we're actually live?
We're actually live right now. Camera's
so
right
cool.
here. And if you guys remember, was it the very first podcast that we ever did? Second. So podcast number 2, Stevie Wonder was a part of, and you saw him on the DFHB video that just posted, and of the video that we posted that promotes today's live, you were a part of as well, which was funny as hell, by the way. Yeah, what was it? Musty Down Under.
Yeah.
That's Steve. That's
Is that my
Stevie
name?
Wonder here.
I get to be Musty
Stevie
Down Under?
Wonder.
I'm not. For the record, today we're all good, so.
You're not Musty Down Under today?
Yep. Ship shape.
That's awesome. That is awesome. We need more Stevie podcast episodes, Francis.
How do you keep track of all the...
It's in the queue.
Oh, in the queue.
Yeah, so
in the queue.
so this is chat, and it's rolling by.
This is overwhelming. There's so much going on. How do you do all this multitasking?
Tia Anderson Davis says, not the dirty diaper guy. Yeah, it was the dirty diaper guy from the DFHB video.
That's awesome. Need a reminder to shower? Yeah, I'll take a reminder. It never hurts.
Powdered up for today. Yeah. So Stevie Wonder, that was great. That was one of the other names that you used in that parody promo.
I think there was Thrusty Blunder.
Thrusty Blunder.
Yeah, that was my personal favorite, but that one didn't get a ton of love. And then,
well, I think Musty Down Under just kind of immediately escalated.
It was strong. Yeah, and what was the first one? Crusty Blunder?
Crusty Humdinger.
Crusty Wonder, something Trusty Humdinger. I don't know.
Yes.
I was going through and I'm like trying to find words that rhymed with
Thunder.
Both those words, and it was hard. I was kind of down to the end of it, so not a lot left.
Oh, it was great, man. It was fantastic, and we had to open it up with that. We had to open it up with it. It was fantastic. So,
cool.
Thank you so much for stopping
thank
by, bro.
you. I greatly
appreciate it. And yes, we will have another podcast with Stevie Wonder on it. So I know those of you who really dug that. The Hodor shirt was the best. Mabel loves. Yeah. That was some pre-planning on my part, and I had it written into the script. I'm like, we have to have whoever is holding that door wear the Hodor shirt. And it ended up becoming Caden Thunder. And that shirt came in like day before. Like skin of our teeth. We pulled that off. It worked out okay though. Okay. We're going to read the cake story here. This is cake reward story number 3. Okay. I'm requiring a lot of direction right now because I am lost. Viewer's choice. Oh, Jeanette says viewer's choice. Candy Thunder reads a story. What? What's that? What's that? What's that? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can ask her to do that on her birthday. You get tongue-tied. Words are hard. How many times do I say that per stream?
I'll read it if she'll come get it.
Here we go. Tony Spark says he'll read the story if Candy Thunder will help give feedback. Deal? Okay, that's viewer's choice?
Yeah.
All right. First viewer's choice is Tony Spark reading a story, Candy Thunder giving feedback. Got it. Okay, here we go. Our cake reward story. This one is from the AITA subreddit, and it is, am I the astronaut for accepting a birthday cake that wasn't mine as a bribe? I, 56 male, am a higher up at a large investment firm. A while back, one of my longtime employees retired, leaving me with the big decision about who to promote to fill his place. I have 2 very good employees to choose from, and they both were working very hard to earn the position. My birthday happened to fall during the week or so between learning of the retirement and making the decision of who to promote. I did not make it known that it was my birthday, but it is also not a secret. I went to work late on my birthday, arriving around 1 p.m. When I got there, there was a very large and extravagant birthday cake on my my desk from one of the promotion candidates. We have a local bakery that specializes in very over-the-top cakes. The bakery is expensive and has a very long wait list. Our firm has ordered from them several times for various fundraising and charity events that we hosted. I immediately recognized the box and knew where the cake was from, so I was not at all surprised to find an incredible multi-layered golf-themed cake inside. Time out. Is this the other side of the story? Because we had a story where a wife had a golf themed cake for her husband and ended up giving it to the boss to try to help get this promotion, which she succeeded on. This sounds like it's from the boss who received the cake. Oh shit, you say? Okay, here we go. There's more. I was impressed to say the least, but also a bit skeptical. Not only did my employee spend quite a bit of money on this cake, but she also would have had to have placed the order for it months ago before she ever knew she was up for promotion. So while I accepted the cake and enjoyed it, I was pretty surprised at this gesture and a little skeptical that this cake had always been intended for me. Regardless of who the cake was meant for, I decided to not overlook the thought and money that was put toward the cake. Additionally, if the cake really was meant for someone else, she obviously found it more important to give it to me. I decided to award her the promotion partially because of the cake and the gesture, but also because of her qualifications. Am I the astronaut for accepting the cake that may or may not have been intended for me as a partial bribe for a promotion? This sure as hell, yeah, this has got to be the other side to it. There's too many similarities in here. However, this does seem like the other side. So whenever we read that side, it was, yes, it's kind of an asshole move, but it worked, and the hubby benefited from this because ultimately the promotion made them a substantial amount of money, and like it's the best thing for them. For him, he benefits from it overall too. So yes, it sucks, but it's worth it. And he, looking at the grand scheme of things, should have said, yes, that's worth it. I would have hoped that you would have done that, and I would do the same thing. And if he was involved in the decision, if she had called him and said, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing, should we do this? I feel like he should have said yes. I can't remember how he reacted for that. I can't remember how if he reacted badly to it, or if we ever got to that point and got his reaction, or if it was just a general, am I the asshole for doing this? And I still think it's the right move. I think if you have something at your disposal that's going to help you get a leg up, then it's if anything symbolic of the level of service and care that you're going to give that will help the business, right? And I think that's part of the qualification here is that she is going to go the extra mile, and even when the opportunity arises, when the stars align, she's going to take advantage of those opportunities and help the business with that. In my mind here, this is an NTA on all fronts. Now, the way that he said, am I the astronaut for accepting the cake that may or may not have been intended for me as a partial bribe for a promotion? I think looking at it like that is not the way to look at it. And I think when you say it like that, yeah, it kind of makes you the asshole when you're talking about taking a partial bribe. I think when you look at this and say, I looked at this as symbolic of the way she's going to go the extra mile to help grow our business. Not a bribe, symbolic. Him saying the word bribe in here puts some question marks on it. What do you guys think? Yeah, it was a bakery that was apparently very busy. Meadow says, wasn't he disappointed he got a cake that wasn't from his favorite baker, Meadow? I can't remember how hubby reacted in the old story or the original story that we got. Kit says, accepting the bribe for the promotion seems a little sketch, but overall NTA. Yeah, him looking at it as accepting the bribe is what sucks to me. Dawn Dillinger DeVoe says, smart marketing move that got him promoted. Boom. It's a marketing move, right? And it's a illustration of a level of service that I would look at in the context of how it's going to help the business, not as a bribe. Sketchy, but NTA. Questionable. Meadow, yeah, I can't remember anything. I would have had to put it on my calendar and got a reminder today in order to remember something important like that. Jarby says hubby was none the wiser. Yeah. There you go. Let's make, my buttons aren't working right now, but NTA. NTA, bro. I would suggest not calling this a partial bribe. Find a different way to look at it. And really, it's not a partial bribe. It is, like I said, symbolic. Should look for the original story. Hell, well, yeah, probably. Gen X Brat says, ask on one if he only decided it was the bribe and did it based on this side only. Yeah, but it was the qualifications. Then he had it narrowed down to 2 people. So when it's narrowed down to 2 people, you've got 2 people that are both qualified for it. Then it's a toss-up. And when it's a toss-up, do whatever you can to get the leg up, right? An appreciation gift. There you go. Angel, it's a stupid thing to factor into the promotion. It depends on what the position's for. And again, I think if this is looking at it as, look, yes, obviously this wasn't intended for him in the first place, but if you've got someone who will recognize an opportunity when it arises and take advantage of it to further themselves or to further the business, that's a quality. That's a plus that I would look for and say, look, opportunities like this don't come along often. Whoever jumps into this position is going to have to be ready to grab opportunities the instant they arise, and this person did. Who cares? It's cake. God, it's carbon. As long as it's tasty, that's fine, right? As long as it's tasty. Okay. We are, our lightning bolt goal has been achieved here too. Let me give some thanks for that real quick. And I think we've got the next one ready to set up. Do you have another one ready to set up here, Tony? Oh, it's on this sticky note. Okay. Yeah, our system is broken down now, and now we're just a series of sticky notes. That's how it's working. Can I take the heat? Pam K, Jenny Sue, Heather Reagan, I am only me, Tamara Elise, TLS Journey, Callie Wayenberg. We've got Zool, Bo Blaze, Alina Cameron, Laura, T Hef, Miss Helene, Angie Holding, Flower Girl, Nicole Birch, Sally. We've got Sally, Gen Xer, DB Cinder, Jarby, Gabrielino, Dylan Sprague, Rhiannon Sings, Sharon Day Newton, Fly Girl, Nerdy Eowyn, Mama Silver, Chesh, Jenna Tuatha, Rachel Gould, Gen X Brat, Nikki, Emma Vassallo, Alina Kravchenko. We've got Dana G, Stephanie Woodard, Sally Barter, Cool Side of the Pillow, Nakano Kirishima, Lisi Lex, and Doodles Dragon. Thank you guys so much for helping us make that happen, and for all the support today. It has just been absolutely bonkers, and this one is going to be a just because. Let's see if I can get it set up here, because you guys have been absolute fire today. Boop, 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 boop. Starting another one with fire up here just because to carry us out here. You guys are amazing. We're at 118% of our likes goal already. You guys have crushed every single goal that we set up, plus 3 new ones that we extended. Well, plus 2 new ones that we extended through. The third one we just put up here.
This is the 4th new one.
The 4th new one? Yeah, it's the 4th new one. You guys are incredible. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for doing all of this today. The ones that we have, okay, the rewards. I am on the Dusty Ridge reward story, and Candy gives feedback now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the outline, it's Candy Dusty.
Okay, got it. Tony Sparks have to work hard. Stevie Wonder, thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys later. Okay, this is a follower submission. It is the story that I'm going to read, and then Candy Thunder is going to jump on and help give feedback for. This one is, am I the astronaut for feeling extremely hurt when I helped spoil my coworkers, but rarely received acknowledgement for my own wedding? About a year ago, I started a new job, and I adore my coworkers so much. Hey, Jamie Honeywell subscribed and became a member of the Storm. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. Welcome to the Storm. Glad to have you as a member of the fam. In October of last year, a coworker got married, and we all pulled together over $300 to buy her a spa package as a wedding gift, plus a nice card signed by everyone and flowers. When my wedding rolled around in March, I'd been on the team about 8 months. My coworkers didn't do anything to congratulate me. Not even a card with warm wishes. I thought, maybe it's because I didn't invite any of my coworkers since it was a very small, intimate wedding. I talked about the wedding regularly, and everyone was aware of when it was happening. My boss was the only one that went to the previous coworker's wedding, but they're very close. When I came in on my last day before my wedding weekend, I didn't have anything on my desk. I was just expecting a card like we always do for birthdays and such. I was obviously kind of bummed, but was like, oh well. Then 4 p.m. rolls around, and they get out cupcakes and champagne. I was thinking, oh, this is sweet. But then they were like, everyone come gather around and congratulate Stacy's engagement. Changing her name, but a coworker had gotten engaged over the weekend. This was a Wednesday, and that's what the cupcakes and champagne were for. A little awkward, but I stood there and cheered her on. Then, toward the end of this month, my boss was like, oh, and Annie getting married this weekend. Oh, then toward the end of this, my boss was like, oh, and Annie getting married this weekend. Changing my name here, but I was just kind of tacked on to the end of the little celebration they planned for her. So the day of this happening, it was pretty awkward, but I was like, who cares? I'm getting married, whatever. Yeehaw. Fast forward to this week in our team meeting. Stacy was out sick, but the team was discussing her upcoming wedding in September. Then they start planning to throw her a bridal shower and mention pitching in together to buy her something big off of her registry. And I'm sitting there just like, wow. It was really uncomfortable for me because I didn't even get a card. I don't want gifts and I never expected that, but literally didn't even get a heartfelt congrats. I also love cards and I keep every single one I receive. But again, another coworker gets the full works and excitement. No one even asked me if I wanted to go get lunch before my wedding. I ate alone that day. So now I'm sitting here with super hurt feelings because this other coworker is doing a destination elopement. So none of us are invited, which means that my not having invited coworkers wasn't the reason why they didn't congratulate me. I was on this team 8 months and felt happy with my team and coworkers, but now I feel like an outsider who's just a bystander compared to everyone else. I'm also just confused on how all other 15 people didn't think, we didn't do anything for Annie's wedding coming up, and we just kept on with life. And then sitting in that meeting this week, hearing them all gush about showering Stacy with all the congrats and special things, I noticed my boss kept making awkward eye contact with me because I think she realized in that moment, oh shit, we didn't do this for Annie, and I'm sitting right there. I don't know, it was really awkward, and now I'm in my feelings about it. I recently spearheaded efforts to send a care package to another coworker when she had a huge health scare. She's always been so kind to me and the most interested in my life outside work. We bonded over a lot in the last year of me being here, but she just left our team, so I kind of lost my work bestie. And now this makes me feel alienated and kind of like I'm not really that important to people I considered friends. I can't really say anything about it because then it's going to look like I just wanted gifts, but being genuinely congratulated or celebrated isn't really too much to ask of people. And now that everyone is all gung-ho to celebrate someone else, it feels so awkward. I feel like detaching myself from everyone emotionally because my feelings are so hurt. I don't know how to just get over it. Help. My husband knows it hurt my feelings and agrees that it's kind of messed up. He just says, now I know how much to pour into these relationships because they aren't really reciprocating those efforts. But I'm all about relationships, and that's what motivates me. I love people and loving on people. So now I just don't know how to feel or how to move forward. Am I the astronaut for feeling hurt?
Ladies and gentlemen, to help give feedback for this story, the one and only Candy Thunder.
Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder! And it's her birthday. Step on up to the mat, please.
This story genuinely made me sad, and I feel like there's those moments where it's like this is gonna change who you are as a person, and like she was a gift giver. That was probably part of her love language. But this put a ding in who she is as a person because she felt so unappreciated, and I feel so bad for this person. And this is a follower submission, so my gosh, if you're here, reach out because I want to send you a congratulations card for your wedding because that's just shitty.
OP, if you're in chat and aren't speaking up, congratulations.
So we have an office. We consider, I feel like the people that work with us they're not our employees. They work with us. They're our team. But I consider them our children. We're in a not weird way.
Tony Spark, go to your room.
I want to take care of them. I want to
go to your room.
I want to love on them. I want to take care of them. If something is wrong, I want to help fix it. So coworkers, I feel like can be your friends. But these people are not your friends if they didn't even acknowledge that you were getting married. That's just shitty. It's straight up bullshit. And it makes me mad on her behalf. So tell me where you work, and I'll reach out to this place, and we'll make it happen.
All the while you're talking about this, but chat is just blowing up with birthday messages for you. People wishing you happy birthday.
Well, thank you guys very much. But I have to stand near the desk when he's reading stories that I have to give feedback on that I haven't previously read, and
so you actually hear the story.
Yes.
It sucks. But who she truly is, also, I think you're backing out of frame.
Sorry.
When it is part of who you truly are, like you said, do you think reciprocation matters that much? Or is it just you feel unappreciated to a certain point, and if it's one-sided long enough, then... Oh, okay.
Tired of the bullshit.
Okay. is it like it goes through, if it's one-sided long enough that it just, you become numb and like you don't find enjoyment from it anymore?
Of what? I'm sorry. I got distracted.
If who you truly are is this giving person, is it not
I
just
feel like,
not rewarding, but the
and when it's only one-sided, it's when your love language is gift giving, and that also includes receiving gifts that make you feel appreciated. It's not like you need things. Gifts can be as simple as a handwritten card to somebody to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. That you don't have to go out and spend money for that to be a gift. Gift is just the overall language for that, for the person that was being shitty about it in chat. It's not just about that. Like, it's, you can do something without it costing money, and that's what she's saying. Like, she organizes those things.
didn't
it makes
even
her
say anything.
Yeah, she wants to feel appreciated. Everybody wants to feel seen. Everybody wants to feel heard.
Yeah, it's not about money. It's not about spending to make things
Right.
happen. It's about showing that you care.
Yeah, she wasn't asking for gifts and like
Yeah.
all of this. She just wanted to feel like they cared about her in the way that she had shown that she cared about other people. And I do not think that's too much to ask for.
Right, like the three tweens/teens handmade Candy Thunder card last night. Did you get a chance to read it this morning?
Yes, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
and I
and
loved.
It's better than any card we could have bought.
I wanted to bring it because Ava said in the card it was. I think I might have reached ASCON 2 at sometimes, but I don't think I've ever been a 1. Just saying. And it was so adorable, and I loved it so much.
It's part of life now. It's just part of life. Yeah, I agree. I mean, also, closing line, am I the astronaut for feeling hurt?
You can never be an asshole for feeling something.
Boom.
And if you feel hurt in this situation, I would feel hurt in this situation. You have every right to feel that way.
Jasmine, I think you might be right. It almost feels like a you don't fit in the clique kind of thing. If they do that for everyone else and either like unintentionally just don't include her and it's just for whatever reason like they don't think of it that way. Yeah, it could just be an organically don't fit into the clique kind of thing, which sucks. I mean, there's nothing in here that she's saying that makes it feel like she chose to be that way or that she's that much different from anybody else.
They're not your people. So look for your people outside of this office. I mean, still keep the job if it's a job that you love and enjoy. But if you're going to a job specifically to find a group of people or find somebody that you can connect with, which I don't think is unheard of because people enjoy going to their office to spend time with the people they work with. Shut up, Tony.
Go to your room.
Go to your room. We don't have any rooms here, just a studio.
We don't have any rooms. Just then go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Shut the door. Do you find or do you feel that, and this may be symbolic of this kind of scenario, but is it the nicest person that always gets shit on?
I mean, I would say yes. People that are nice tend to not speak up for themselves.
Right.
People that they don't want to
They
rock
get
the
taken
boat.
advantage of.
Yes.
And people may be less likely to think of them because if their thoughts are based on who's going to get pissed if we don't, then those people aren't going to be at the top of that list because they're the nice ones. They're the least likely to get mad.
Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's an introvert. Maybe she doesn't speak up as much, but she likes. I mean, I'm that way. I used to not speak up. I speak up for myself now, but I didn't want to rock the boat. I didn't want to cause issues. I would never say anything, even if I saw something happening to myself that I knew was wrong. I wouldn't speak up. I just let it happen and then go about my way. But I would not do that anymore. Ish.
Maybe she needs to start wearing a bride to be shirt.
And
it was this weekend though.
Yeah, somebody said something about the
There you
click
go.
thing, and I do say this is something that we teach all of our kids, but especially our girls, because high school cliques, like drama, that does not end when you graduate high school.
Mm-mm.
That keeps going in your workplace and in any aspect. I mean, church, it can happen anywhere. There are cliques, there are people, there are still bullies, there are still mean people. Like, there's still all those things, and we try to make them understand that and know how to deal with that situation.
Right. And there's a difference between teaching them how to deal with it and trying to protect them from it and pretend like it doesn't exist. And I feel like if you try to protect them from things and just prevent them from experiencing it at all you're doing them a disservice because they do exist after after school. Like they're going to be independent adults out there facing things for the first time because you tried to protect them from it.
Right.
And that sucks. And I know this is a tangent from where we started
I know.
here, but
Wrap it up.
yeah, it sucks. And one way or another, she either needs to speak up and be like, hey, is there a reason? Like, did I do something? Or is it because I'm only 8 months into this and I'm newer? Like what? It's worth asking the question. Not causing a stink about it, obviously, like that, because then you're gonna find yourself on the opposite end of the spectrum, and instead of the nice one, you're gonna be like the bitchy one. But I do think in a clandestine effort, trying to figure out what it was that caused people to act this way is worth doing.
Yes, agreed,
I think it's
Jocelyn.
on everybody. All right, let's rock and roll. We'll move over here. Candy Thunder, thank you so much for the feedback here.
Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes.
Thank you so much. Yes. So now we're going to have Tony Spark reading the story here. And Candy Thunder's going to give feedback to that one too. She's over here fanning her armpits. We have that conversation often about, because she has to train me on recognizing like the girl drama and why things are happening the way they do, because I don't understand at that level. And when she does point that out off and be like, we as women are holding ourselves back by being shitty and catty like this to each other. It's like, because this is where we invest time and energy, it prevents us from doing so much and being other things. And I can see it. I mean, I can see it. I don't recognize it when it's happening, but with her help, I'm getting there. And at least sometimes now I'm like, hey, is this what's happening? Like, is this a potential motivator for this thing happening? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's wild. Wild. Okay. So, Tony Spark, which story do you want here?
Well, I'm going to let them choose.
Oh.
I'm going to read them the titles.
Okay. Tony Spark has something fun for you. Come on over. Tony Spark, ladies and gentlemen, once again.
Hi.
It's a Tony. Oh my God, it's Tony Spark.
You guys are crazy. You guys are awesome. I think this live has exceeded our expectations for what we thought today was going to be. We tried to preach to Dusty to treat today like every other live and not get his hopes up and excited. But yeah, you guys knocked it out of the park. It was so awesome. Okay, so for the last story, I'm going to let you guys choose which one you want to hear. So I'm going to read you the 3 titles, and then we'll go with what you guys want to hear of the 3 stories. So the 3 options are: am I the asshole for not switching seats on a 9-hour flight? Am I the asshole for not eating the dinner my husband made for me? Or am I the asshole for kicking my sister and niece out after they ate all of my wife's fruit? Oh, I don't know how to do a poll on here. Do you know how to do a poll on here? Yeah, we don't know how to do that. Number 333 flight. You gotta tell me what it said. I'm trying to. 333 flight, plane, third, dinner, fruit. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. You do know the fruit story? The fruits. I will say that the fruit story is pretty it's like wow.
I'm seeing more 3s than anything.
Okay. All right. So I will read the fruit story and hope maybe by next time we'll figure out how to do the poll thing. Cause I think like you can do an emoji or something on a poll, but I've seen them, but I don't know how to do them. So
we got to do some homework for that.
All right. We're going to read the flight one, and these other 2 we'll make sure to put on the stream next week. So you will get to hear them. We just won't read them today. Okay. So, this story is, am I the astronaut for kicking my sister and niece out after they ate all my wife's fruit? My wife is 34 weeks pregnant, and throughout this whole pregnancy, her 2 consistent cravings are fresh mango and strawberries. I make sure to keep them stocked in the fridge at all times because I know she will 100% get up in the middle of the night and go straight to the fridge looking for these items. The amount of joy she gets from these 2 pleasures are insane. She generally is good-natured anyhow, but seeing that I stock the fridge with these 2 snacks and showing how much I care makes her love me even more. Her words, not mine. My sister, 46, asked to stay with us for a few weeks because her and her husband are on the rocks and she had nowhere else to go. I asked my wife about it and she said that it was fine as long as they were gone by the time she had the baby, which I agree with. I told my sister and she said she would make sure to be gone before then.
We weren't even charging her rent or anything. The only stipulation I had was that they buy all their own food, because my wife and I tend to eat rather healthy and it gets expensive quickly, so we can't be cooking meals together. She agreed to the terms. It didn't even take 3 days for my sister and my niece, 12, to eat every single bit of fruit that I had stocked in the fridge for my wife. Oh boy, this isn't going to end well. The first time around, I told them to simply not touch the fruit. My sister apologized, and that was the end of it. However, a few more days go by, and I notice again that the fruit is gone. I asked my sister about it, and she said it must have been my niece and that she would speak to her. Oh, blame a kid. That's kind of rough. But yesterday, I came home after an appointment with my wife, ultrasound, and there's my sister dipping the strawberries into a case of sugar and eating them while scrolling on her phone. My wife immediately looks defeated and says, "I'm just going to go lay down." She looked extremely hurt. My sister says, "I only had 2," and tries defending her actions, and I tell her at this point that she needs to leave. She starts scolding me. "You're really kicking me and your niece out over fruit? Are you serious?" So I said, I'm not even going to attempt a Moira voice there, but, because I'm not Dusty. It would have been a perfect opportunity for one, but I'm not going to do it, and don't start blowing up the chat because it's not going to happen. "You're really kicking me and your niece out over fruit? Are you serious?" So I said yes, and I told her she had an hour to get her stuff and leave. I'm being told by several people that I overreacted, that my sister needed me during her hard time, and I just proved that family means nothing over food. Am I the asshole? For context, she gets food stamps, so she has EBT to get her own fruit if she so chooses. She just never did. So what do you think, chat? I feel like it's one thing that... Sure. Candy, what are your thoughts on this? Because I feel like it's one thing to take somebody else's fruit, but if she's pregnant, I feel like that is just like you don't mess with the pregnant lady's stuff.
Pregnant women don't share food. Like Joey doesn't share food. Pregnant women don't share food. But no, it's about boundaries. It's not even about.
Yeah.
I mean, he asked them not to do something, and they specifically did it. So maybe they have a problem with his wife. I don't know, but I can't imagine doing something that someone specifically asked me not to do.
And they agreed to it. And the fact that she was like, no worries, we won't do it. And then you just get caught red-handed, dipping it in sugar
too. I don't know. That's so weird.
Go get a Twizzler if you want like strawberry candy. You're ruining the strawberberries and dipping them in sugar.
She blamed it on her daughter. Too.
Yeah.
Like she
it wasn't me, it was the kid. Like you're the one eating the strawberries and like you're trying to blame it on the kid.
There's another one that needs blocked. I don't know if he can do it from up here. He can't. I'm trying to block the follow for nudes people. No, yeah. I don't know. Just don't mess with somebody's food in their house. I mean, they let you stay there for free.
And I don't know who's telling him that he overreacted either.
I'm like, you let them stay there and eat your fruit then. If you think he overreacted, why not bring them into your home?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Unstable. That's the first time today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gone.
OP is number 4.
Lara, I think it's just in general, pregnant women have their cravings, and so people tend to be sympathetic towards those cravings.
The scale, somebody said number 4. I don't know. Which way do I gotta go? That way. Somebody says number 4.
Could have done it.
It seems like this is something we would have done on episode 1 before we had graphics. Now the fact that we do, we have to go back to this. I don't think he's on the scale. I don't think. Careful on that topic.
I got it.
I don't think he's on the scale. I think NTA for OP on this one. Just because I guess he could have handled it differently, but what are you going to do? Because she doesn't respect the boundary of, you've already told her not to do it. You've told her not only when she moved in not to do it, you told her after you caught her doing it, you told her not to do it again. So just telling her not to do it is not going to stop anything. Like she's just going to keep doing it. So the only way is you have to remove her from the situation and be like, sorry, you're gone.
Right. No, I agree.
And she's taking advantage of the situation. Like your brother is reaching out to you and letting you, trying to help you, and you're not helping yourself.
And fruit is expensive. Like, I mean, it is here anyways. It's not cheap to go buy fruit, and especially like mango and stuff to replace that. We were having this discussion today. The Candy and Tony show.
Speaking of that, we do have
Dusty.
the Thunder and Spark podcast. If you haven't checked it out, we've got to get in and film another episode soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Navy
we
goes back
also
to
have
school.
Refilm the session we did with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The one that I ruined.
I don't know if you were watching out there, but we held up the scale, and I was like, it really feels like that would have been more the first ever live
Yeah.
versus today's. But
I don't know why none of the scenes are working. I don't know.
Yeah.
But our connection is good. And
We
big
got
shout
we
out.
did get a notification.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
what
like
the
a
world?
second, and then it was
Oh.
gone.
Good grade.
But nobody said it for froze or anything. So
Okay.
anyway, all right, we're gonna let Dusty wrap it up. Thank you guys for
Thank you,
today's
guys.
live. It was amazing. You guys are awesome.
Candy Thunder.
Knocked
and
it out of
Tony
the park.
Spark, everybody. Candy Thunder and Tony Spark. Look at you go. High five.
Hey, you guys did incredible today. I mean, you guys just crushed it. Where did we end up? What did we end up at ranking wise? Do we know?
7 was our highest. We're at number
So seven, and we're 8 right now. So 7 is our new record, and you guys said it today.
I think the important thing to know is that all those people are battling.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're doing it without that.
So ranking period without doing live battles is unheard of, and everybody else who is ranked is battling. I know you guys have seen the live battles, I'm sure, but it's like all gift focused. There's no real content or anything behind it. But the people who do that, I don't know how the hell they do it. Like it's crazy. And Kyle Kapner is one of them that we follow and we're friends with, and he does a killer job. If you want to watch some live battles, watch Kyle Kapner. He does. Got it in my hair. It's everywhere. Covered in confetti. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And all of you who contributed to this final one that sends us out. Jarby, TLS, Candy Geyser, Allie, Julia, Krista, Chris, Kate, Mike, Krista again, Carol, Cheshire, Jill, TLS, Angie, Ashley, B, TLS, Zool, Cat Mom, Shay, Dottie, Miss Helene, Carol, Betts, Lou, Candy Geyser, Quackin 1992. Thank you guys so much. I know we haven't mentioned everybody out here. Michelle, Heather, you as well too. Angie, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for coming here and celebrating with us today. We are doing the VIP live today. As a reminder, we have the Wheel of Thunder, and we're going to have the top 10 gifters plus 2 members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm, and we have better prizes today. We're doing a signed ASCON scale poster. It's the poster like we showed you here. We're going to send somebody a signed one of those. We have a DFHB shirt that we're going to send, an original Dusty shirt like assholery. And who knows what else we'll come up with. So we'll see you guys in a few for the VIP live. If you're a member of the Storm, if you're not, thank you so much for being here and helping us celebrate today. Big B-Day love to Candy Thunder. Happy birthday to her. And I think the plan is still for me to grill steaks for us tonight. So heck yeah, I'm down for that. And happy 1-year Channelversary to you guys. It's been an incredible year, and we can't wait for many more of them. And we're just going to keep making this thing crazier and crazier as we go. So thank you again. I would play out music and confetti, but none of it's working right now. It gave up on us. So thanks again. We'll see you all next time.